Yo, hey, Banana, what's up, man? How's it going? How's it been? Yo, check this out. This is ridiculous. Paul was as well. What's up, man? Glad to see you guys so early into the stream. Yo, check this out. This is ridiculous. It's like a coincidence as well that I was just about to start streaming. Check this out. Dude in my guild, Morgan, the other tank, Paladin, prop Paladin's just in a really shitty position, so he's been gearing up and preparing a Brewmaster. He was playing it a little bit earlier in the expansion, but I think he's gonna play it like full time now. So check this out. You know, he's been putting a lot of time in. It says, incoming legendary. I'm feeling it with this turn in. A minute goes by. He didn't get the legendary from the turn in. He was turning in an emissary box. So I said, grats, like as a joke. And he said, nope. But he got enough to get concordance. Got that. And then fucking 2 minutes later, gets the legendary. It's like, what the fuck? He got it from, and then he said, oh yeah, he turned in a relinquished item. What the fuck? It's bizarre. He called it and was wrong. Like, what the fuck? That's so weird. He called it and was wrong about getting it from the chest, but actually got it from like a fucking random. That seems so weird to me. Anyway, how am I? I'm very good. Thank you for asking. So yeah, this is not going to be. I wanted to stream a lot longer today. But yeah, I obviously am starting very late, and part of that is because I just did not get it. I just did not get sleep last night. He was prop pallet, yeah, exactly. Because they're just in a really bad place right now. They're the weakest tank for raiding, it seems, and he likes monk too, I guess. I don't know. We'll see how this ends up. I don't expect it to go the way he thinks it's gonna go, but yeah, I definitely do expect it to be better off if he could play it as well as he played his paladin, because they are definitely better than paladin. There's no doubt about that. Like, and it's actually a really good situation because I never put those on the action house. Where blood is strong is kind of where monk, like monk and blood, they go well together, I would say. The types of damage that they're both gonna have to deal with are both they complement each other, if you understand. And they both have a lot of like ways to gimmick things that are really useful, like the monk taunt or AMS to do, you know, to remove the damage. Oh, there he goes. AMS to negate mechanics, or you know, being able to shrug off an incredible amount of damage as Brewmaster, or you know, being able to full heal myself in one global. Like, you know, they're not your average tanks, and they're both incredibly strong right now, kind of because of that. So yeah, we'll see. See how that goes. Anyway, I don't know what we're gonna get done tonight, but I did want to stream a little bit. Had some free time here this evening, so I would like to find some 5-mans, but lower Kara, it's a bit scary. I don't think you're gonna fucking 3 chests at 13, boys. I don't know what the hell they're after, if that's serious, trying to 3 chests at 13. Won't be doing that. I definitely could use Arcway. Let's just see what other Arcways there are. Oh, 11, that's even better. Yeah, I really need to try to get the Chrono Shard, but I mean, it pretty much has to be 15 to get it, because if not, I'm gonna have to get it out of the chest, essentially. Out of curiosity, what kind of computer are you using? I don't know. Siler, my friend and collaborator on the channel, he's like real big into computers and stuff, so I always just have him pick out like a bunch of parts that he thinks are appropriate. If this doesn't, this is definitely gonna sell, but if it doesn't, I'm just gonna give it to my priest. 920, pretty good. Oh, goddamn, Paul's throwing money at me already. What's up, man? Thanks. Hello. I think it's going to pop up on the screen here. Let's see. I don't have any way to get back to Doll. I have to fly. Man, I really got fucked on herbs, too. I need to play the game again. Oh, we still got 2 hours on a flask, so hopefully that'll be fine. I have an 11 Cathedral. Apparently it's been nerfed. Oh, yeah. I haven't done it since it's been nerfed. Have you? I guess not. Oh. There it is, Haunter. I like Haunter. Haunter's a good Pokemon. Speaking of, I've been into all kinds of crazy shit. I've been pushing the Pokemon game pretty hard. I'm like, I think by this weekend I'm gonna be pretty, like I don't know, by this weekend. I'm pretty happy with where I'm at in terms of the development of the game. So that's cool. I'm pretty excited for that because I'm actually really enjoying doing it. I did not expect to enjoy doing it, but it's actually way more fun than I thought it was gonna be. And then I also have been, I kind of like fell down this rabbit hole. I don't even know how to describe it. Fell down this weird rabbit hole where I just got into Warcraft 3 again. Basically because I heard StarCraft 2 was getting a remake or whatever, like an update kind of thing. And I was like, oh, they're definitely going to do it for Warcraft 3 now. And I was like, man, I haven't played that game in like 10 years. I wouldn't mind checking it out again. So I checked it out again, been playing it. And then I was like, oh, let's see. I was like looking things up. And then I realized that there's like this intensely active, almost as active as Pokemon ROM hacks and stuff, like intense fan activity in terms of like making custom maps and shit. So I've just been like playing all these random Warcraft 3 custom maps for like the last 2 days. Whenever I had free time, and they're like, you know, it's Warcraft 3 is a voluminous game. Like there's a lot going on, so it's like yeah, I spend like 5 hours a day playing one map sometimes, and that's kind of what cut into my streaming today. I was like, oh, I definitely want to check this out before I start streaming, and I played whatever I was playing for like 5 hours, and then I had to eat, and then that's where we are now. I do the Pokemon with different amounts? Wait, what? Oh, no. It's just one notification for anybody who does a I don't know. That'd be cool if you could do that, but that notification thing that comes up on the screen, that's Streamlabs or whatever, the Twitch alerts former. I don't think you have that type of customization available. It'd be cool though. Been playing Prot Warrior much more than Mage at the moment. Got to a 10 Cathedral but fell apart. Oh, that sucks. Prot Warrior, that's cool. Yeah, that's it's not my favorite tank right now, but they're pretty good. How are you finding it? Is it enjoyable? Okay, so this is Arc 11, right? It's a good group. Couple reses, couple lusts, couple onks. And we got a Bop. Bop is really useful. Well, it's the healer, so. If you guys are struggling this week, it's probably because of the Grievous affix. And one of the best ways to get around Grievous is to bring a Paladin. Even a Ret, or it doesn't matter. Obviously, you prefer a Prot or Holy Paladin. But yeah, right now, like the best tank is definitely Prot and Blood. And both of them are really good at Grievous, but Prot's a little bit better. Oh, another $5. Goddamn. I like it. I know Blood Decay is best, but it's still fun. Yeah, no, I mean, I wouldn't say they're best. What is that? Oh, a Vantis rune. What the fuck? That's appearing on that list now? That's kind of funny. Oh, guess I'm not going to be eating. Thanks a lot, Paul. It's awesome. You're the man. You always hook me up. Yeah, I'm not even like, I legit did not get that. That's so annoying. Used to run out here, but people just aren't in favor of it anymore. I'm not really sure why. People say it's fixed, but I'm fairly certain it's not. I did it like a couple weeks ago. Unless they fixed it with like 7.25 or something. Maybe I didn't do it then. Be right back, baby stuffs. Nice. You don't have to insult yourself like that, dude. You're a grown man. Which way? It's the other way. What's that freeze thing? Is that a... Oh, wow. That's interesting. What the fuck? I heard Prot Warrior was good in Tomb for physical mitigation. Maybe. I don't know. You could check Sko's video. He made like a detailed video about it. We agree on a few things, but not too much. But yeah, Brewmaster's probably the best mitigator now, for sure. Warrior's really interesting though. There's something, I don't know why, but I guess it's because of like the damage boost and stuff, but Inspiring Presence is really powerful in Tomb this tier. It's getting them to the point where they're out healing blood decays, which is really strange. But of course it's healing the whole raid, not just themselves. So that's a big difference, but regardless, it's still quite interesting to see another tank be able to heal for that much. Even though, like I said, they're not actually healing themselves, it's still very cool. I should have saved that, that was stupid. But yeah, the Prot Warrior model does not interest me. I liked it when it was like that glass cannon-y thing, but then they nerfed the damage and all that, so. What does that Grievous modifier do? I have an entire video on the topic. Long story short is, when you fall below 90%, you get a bleed on you. Or if you're a Blood Death Knight, you put a 10 million absorb on you. JK. I wish that's what it did. That's a large rat. I don't know if we can kill these. I'm not sure what you could even do here. Like, there's not really, I don't think there's any options. How would I avoid it? Yeah, we gotta wait for the healer. I like the ignore pain mechanic. Yeah, it's pretty cool. This is a late one for you, ain't it? Yeah, definitely relatively late. Like I said, I wanted to get a lot more streaming in today, but I kind of just lost track of time because I was playing that fucking Warcraft 3 map. And I wasn't feeling too good today. I was just really low energy because I just didn't sleep well last night. I didn't think I was going to stream at all, but I figure I'll give it a few hours. Now we're attacking the other one. I think I might finally level my DK Twink and experience Legion. Oh, sweet. Yeah, it's fun, man. If you haven't played it at all, it's great. Death Knight especially, it's just so cool. They're such a good, yeah, in such a good place. All three specs are really strong right now.
Stay back, it's mine.
The damaging specs are probably like the best they've ever been as well. Both Frost and Unholy are so strong right now, it's crazy. It's so rare that I feel like it's quite rare that both of them are strong, like both specs at once. It's not common, I don't think. It's usually like one is overwhelmingly better than the other. And that may become the case as we get further in the tier, but as of right now, it seems like both specs have a strong niche. I feel like all classes are pretty, yeah, I know, I agree with that. Like in general, they're much better off. Like the whole game is just in a much better place. Wow, that, holy shit, that's lame. The stupid fucking corner like caught my that's so stupid. I tried to Gorfiend's grasp them, but they were like around the corner, so none of them came. Yeah, like pretty much there's not a single spec in the game that's not viable. And that's like coming off years of effort, you know what I'm saying? Like the game used to be so poorly balanced that it would be rare to have like 2 specs on a class be strong. You know what I mean? Now like all 3 of them on, especially on Death Knight, but pretty much like most, I would say most classes have all 3 specs. And like the thing that Morgroin just said in Guild about Feral Druid, that's like the one outlier, and they're getting like an insane rework in 7.3, so it's pretty nuts.
Thieves! The manor is mine!
He didn't read it fully though, it seems. He thinks they're just getting a 33% buff, but they're buffing a lot and nerfing a lot to try to redistribute how the damage is done. I have a 101 blood with 40% leech. Oh, that's pretty neat. I always wanted to do something like that. That's pretty neat. I definitely like that kind of thing. Yeah, a friend of mine, Mioni, he did that for a while. He had a monk back in I think it might have been Mop. I think there's videos on Ace Games about it. Yeah, and he would like go solo shit that like would still be really hard. Like he was able to solo Throne of Thunder during Mop because of the amount of whatever, you know, whatever, like the stats, the way the stats scaled. Pretty nuts. The leech part obviously wasn't in the game yet, but I'm really envious of that grip ability. Yeah, that's it's like one of the main reasons Death Knight's so good. They just have the best utility in the game for 5-mans, and they always will. Unless they remove grip, then they always will. And Gorfiend's is so strong too. Like it's not as strong as it once was. And it's not as high impact. I wouldn't say it's weaker, but it's definitely lower impact than it was in say like I don't know, like Iron Dicks, you know what I mean? I'm Iron Cocks. I mean Iron Docks, the WAD expansion, you know? Dungeon and WAD. That's like the shit that like you could not do that fucking dungeon. Everbloom as well was the same way. But in Legion it's like, yeah, I mean there's nothing like that at all. But it's still like it's a really big DPS increase, and people don't seem to understand that. They don't really understand how important keeping mobs clumped up is. And it's not like other tanks can't do it with interrupts and stuff, but really the only other option is Paladin for that many interrupts. Like all of these mobs get spread out somehow. There's no way to prevent them from being spread out, you know, unless you're a Death Knight. And that's the thing. That's the thing that like grip is just as intangible. I don't know. Relocating mobs is just so crazy. It's really important. Gorfiend's Grasp for life. That blood DPS, yeah, that's another thing. And the damage buff certainly didn't hurt. Yeah, their blood is just in a good situation right now. I was doing pretty well damage-wise prior to the patch. And now obviously I'm doing more damage dealers, doing more than damage dealers without even potting there, so not too shabby. But I do have some strong legendaries to help with that. The only thing bad about DK is slow mobility. Yeah, well, they have a Wraithwalk talent that makes it a little bit easier for sure. But yeah, in general, that's their big weakness. But yeah, it doesn't really matter in 5-mans, especially because the amount of you know, grippable mobs. You know, like you only really need mobility from in between packs. It's not like, you know, like Warriors mobility is really good because they could go in between packs quicker. You know, and same with Vengeance. Like theirs is not it's not reliant on mobs, so it's even better. But like DK's is just like they don't have anything other than grip that could help get them to a pack, like Warrior or something like that. They just have to use their one ability, you know. So that's the weakness of both Paladin and Blood. But it just doesn't matter. Like, you know, like I said, I have this up every 45 seconds and it lasts relatively long, so I guess we need these mobs since we skipped the rest. Oh my god, wow, really? Like the second I fucking started channeling that, I got locked. That's so silly. What's this guy laughing at? I love it when people just laugh. Unprovoked laughter is always hilarious to me. So I don't know what else I'll be doing this weekend, but I hope to stream tomorrow a good amount. I hope tomorrow to make like a really long stream possible. I have to go to the store in the morning. I need to go grocery shopping. And then after that, I don't have any plans, hopefully. Dot, 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 dot. Yeah, 4 dots. I know what you mean, man. You're not wrong about that, that's for sure. This part kind of sucks. Not the... It's not that big of a deal because you can just blow them up so quick, but it does kind of suck when they all bolster. Thought they died quick enough. Nope, that's bad. That is what you want to avoid for sure. I knew that was gonna fucking happen too, although I don't know how it even happened. It didn't look like anybody was on anything, but every time I do this, people always aggro the small shit with the big shit, and on bolstering week, it of course is a very bad thing. So we just gave them like tons of health for no reason, you know? My real pet peeve is when people refer to you by your class. Oh god, that's like that's going away in no time soon. That happens in Classic, that happens in TBC, that happens in fucking 8.0, that happens in every it's just like a WoW thing. I don't know why people just can't be asked. I think it's kind of like where it started is like it rose from like people just have retarded names. Like unfortunately, I think is the reason that happens. Somebody's name like Arthas X God. It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna call it dude Death Knight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not worth calling them that. How do you feel about Demon Hunter tanks? I say they're very good for 5-mans. Yeah, I mean, I have my tier list still. It's still relevant. I made it with 7.2 in mind. And it's, Jesus Christ. And it's actually like, yeah, it worked out even better than I expected. Let's put it that way. I didn't realize Demon Hunter was gonna get the buff that they got. But regardless, they're very strong in terms of damage, so they're very good for 5-mans always. What the hell happened here? But yeah, progression tanking, no, definitely not. Them and Paladin are the worst tanks for progression, it seems. I can understand when people have all those stupid all codes in their names, yeah, for sure. But banana, right? That's too many letters, man. I can't fucking be asked with that. What's that, 9 letters, dude? I don't have time for that shit. What do I look like, a librarian? This fight's quite annoying. Should probably go Cephas for this place. There's a lot of grippable mobs on bosses. Missed the chance there. Let's switch over to it, but I don't know. I really, after I got this legendary last week, the shoulders, whatever, 970s, the hemostasis or whatever. Whenever someone calls me mage, I feel like I'm playing vanilla. Yeah, it does. That's what I'm saying. It's like a I don't know. It spawns like out of ignorance, I guess. So doesn't really go away no matter what you're playing. I always try to call people. I think like a better concession is to just refer to them by role if applicable. Like if you're gonna talk about the tank, instead of calling him warrior, call him the tank. I feel like that's way more applicable. It makes like way more sense, you know. And it's not nearly. It doesn't seem nearly as rude. Cause that's the thing about it. It's like you're so inconsequential to them that they don't even give a fuck what your name is. Imagine if it worked that way in real life, right? Hey man. Well, that's a terrible example because that's colloquialism. I miss Holy Paladin back in TBC. I don't. Yeah, it was fun. TBC, like, TBC Holy Paladin was cool. It was probably one of my favorite iterations of Holy Paladin for sure. But they are way better in Legion than they've ever been. It's just I just can't get used to playing them properly. But the fact that they could do that much damage, man. I'll definitely be doing some streaming on my Paladin this week. The fact that they could do that much damage is just nuts. It's fucking bonkers. I mean, you're not gonna see it in this group because this dude's fucking not doing any damage, but and I don't blame him because it's Grievous week. I wouldn't really do it either, but even on Grievous week, I could still do a lot of fucking damage. So. What the fuck? Didn't know you could even get up there. What the hell? What the hell? That's so weird. Is this guy gonna drink or what? I think we're fucked here. Oh, you can't drink while he's... That's interesting. That guy's gonna die. Oh, that's bad. That's my fault. I didn't realize he was coming. Oh, well, that's even worse. It's probably a wipe. Oh my god, this mob is so annoying. Oh, wow, I really don't know how we're still alive. It's pretty funny. Yellow's pretty good, I suppose. Able to do that. I mean, that was like a straight wipe. If that was any lesser of a group, we would have definitely wiped there 100%. Although I don't know if that dude just like legit doesn't actually have mana or what, but. Wait, why is that mob over there? I just gripped it in. And did the other dude grip it, I guess? It's kind of annoying. I've also been playing Breath of the Wild again. The latest version of Cemu, as they say, is really good. It's like the game runs like flawlessly now. So if you guys haven't played it, I would definitely recommend it. It's a really well done. That game that's probably the best, one of the best games ever made. It's just, I guess if you don't like, I don't know. It's just like got everything. It really does. It's got crazy like collection stuff. It's got crazy, be right back, what? It's got crazy exploration stuff. The combat is insane, like really good. What are these? It's just I don't like the only fault I have with the game is the way the weapon durability thing is, and that's so easy to get around on the computer. It's unbelievable. It's just like you don't even need to download anything. You just fucking put it into a website and change the shit. So we don't have any way to prevent. Yeah, we have to fight these mobs, I guess. Huh? You have good damage in this group. Can I add you in game? Yeah, absolutely, dude. It's Metro Lol 1195. I think I could show it on screen. Yeah, there it was. See it? Two seconds on pot. I'm glad we actually have a Death Knight who grips. It's funny. Usually, if I'm the second Death Knight in a group, I'm the only one who ever grips ever. It's quite funny. But not today. Nah, it's pack. Always tough. Even on last week, it was really brutal on 45. That was a fucking tough pack last week. But it's still hard because of Grievous. With Grievous, it's just like, you never know, man. Any type of AoE damage becomes like potentially wipe-tastic. I don't think I've ever done this dungeon with sound on. It's funny.
Beware.
Should I pot in combat? I don't think it's worth it. Actually, it definitely is. We're gonna have a long run before the next boss. Where's that bat?
Beware. Destruction will crumble and fall.
Let's just move him.
Beware. Beware.
Where's that bat at? Hello, Mr. Bat. There you are. Oh, I've been waiting for you, Bat. Where the fuck you been? There's the other one.
Beware.
Very good. Not too bad. 724k. I didn't even have a dancing room weapon on the pole. That's funny. Fucking did more damage than a damage. That's just so silly. Nah, so it's gonna be two chests or whatever.
It has been too long since we purged.
If they're gonna do the 14 or the 13, I'll definitely do it with them. It's a pretty good group, minus the healer doing 0 damage. I think I literally do 0 damage that pull. It's hard to tell. I always like neglect because I'm just so used to people not fucking doing damage. Let's see. He did 98k. That's not terrible, I guess. He actually attacked a few. That's the thing right there. If you see attack and consecrate, then he's trying at least a little bit. He tried for a few globals at least. He did not use a single holy shock on the boss, so that's not good. Scent, sweet. Swift Talon. What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? Let's add your name there so I don't lose. No, Polly. Like with 2 L's? One L. Polly. Oh, running against the rock there. Awkward. And then voice crack when I try to go awkward. All right.
I have not survived for 10,000 years just to fall to a swarm of rats.
Oh, that's awkward, huh? I've literally never done this dungeon with sound on. I fucking love the tough talk in this game, man. It's so embarrassing. Like, I don't know how Blizzard can do this and think that it's just like... It's like normal for all of these guys to be like hyper arrogant, yet lose like thousands of times in an expansion. Not I mean, we're talking billions of times. This boss gets killed thousands of times a day, I'm sure. It's just a bit silly. What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? Don't say anything embarrassing like you're you know, I don't know what I was gonna say. I had like a joke in my mind and I just didn't formulate. Don't say anything embarrassing though, because you'll see it on stream.
I am Nightborn.
Oh God, careful. Which way do we go? This way. That's not the way. I was running against a wall there. It's the wrong way. Yeah, I'm gonna lose my stacks. Ripperino, and this doesn't even speed you up, right? I'm an idiot. This is probably one of the harder bosses in 5 minutes in Grievous Week. I didn't even get the bleed. What the fuck? I just didn't get the disease on him. That's so strange.
Enough! You little beasts are getting out of hand.
There we go. Ring! Ashaping!
Have you vermin never witnessed such raw power? I think not.
Well, that went pretty well. Relatively well, I suppose. They wanted to do some things that I wasn't aware of, that's for sure. Got a chest. Haste Mastery chest. I don't think I would even have worn an 890. It would basically have to be like 910 plus, I think. I really like the Horn of Valor. It's really good. Alright, that's another concordance point. Let's go put that in. Is that going to be trait 59? 59. I'd love to do DHT 13. That's what the key became. And before, nah. NAW. NAH. Got a job interview tomorrow. I didn't know they interviewed for janitors. Alright, let's see. Find a group. I don't really care at this point. Oh God, 14 Cathedral. Just want to find like the highest key possible. Nelth 910. What is your best piece of gear? Well, my legendaries, but... Well, this is my best piece of gear. Best in slot tier piece that's higher than it would be on Mythic by 5 item levels, so... That's definitely my best piece. But I have a couple 930s now because of the weekly chest and shit. I haven't transmogged either. I need transmog. I am 929 though, so that ramps up pretty quick. I got that from the first weekly chest, but that's pretty trash to be honest. And then the second weekly chest, I got that, which is also pretty trash, but at least it's got verse on it. Not the best piece. I have only 20% haste, which is so bad. Man, what am I doing? Transmog, mount.
I have many lucky dudes that I have just things.
Okay, let's see what we got. What we got? Blackrook, not too bad. DHT, that would be good. I would do that. DHT 12. I wouldn't mind finding like a 14 or something though. DHT 12. Just looking at 3 chests, but want to do my Nelth 11? Yeah, after this, if you're still interested, I'll do it. Are you on EU or US though? I have the legendary blood shoulders, belt, wrist. What two would you combine? Would like your opinion. For my opinion is for raids. These two are the best, the wrists and the shoulders. I also have the belt, which is very strong for all things. I really like the belt because it gives 6% leech now, So even like the other stuff alone is awesome. The stats aren't the best though. That's the thing about the shoulders. The shoulders are best in slot stats and are probably the strongest legendary outright, so that's pretty good. Oh yeah, I'm EU, yeah, fortunately I'm US. This is the worst stats, but it's also, like, I'd say it's second best, so I like wearing it. I like wearing these two together. But for 5-mans, I would wear, for any like non-tyrannical week especially, I would wear Cepha's Secret and Gorfiends. Having the extra vamp blood is huge. Like, it's, yeah, as you saw, I got over a 10 million absorb on that one rat pack in there, so that was, where the fuck is this? What the hell? It's right there. I'm back. Welcome back, man. But so my ideal pick for 5-mans, if I had the chest, it would be the chest and ring. Cepha's is just so good for any time where you're worried about trash. But since it's tyrannical, this is a tough week boss-wise, so since it's tyrannical, I'm just kind of focusing on single target stuff. I even have Blood Mirror, even though it would definitely be better to take Bone Storm for AoE. But yeah, any week where it's not like this tough boss combination, I would definitely see myself wearing Cepha's and the belts, and then potentially Cepha's and the chest when I get that. You can't really call it late night yet then. It's pretty late. I mean, it's not, obviously not 5 a.m. like it is for you, but it's quite late for me streaming, that's for sure. I usually stream in the afternoon, sometimes up to 12 hours prior to when I started today. If it was like 5 a.m., I would probably title it early morning stream though, in loop. Where's this one?
My axe hunger.
But yeah, Cepha's is just, it's just too good for 5-mans. Haste is already our best stat for DPS especially, and movement speed is nothing to sneeze at, right? So it's just incredibly good. Any week where there's any type of trash problems, I always go for Cepha's. It's just the way to go. That guy died so fast he didn't even have time to bubble. Oh, fucking joke. Gotta wait for a healer. Let's fly around a few more times. Should do that whale boss too. Try to remind me if you guys can't remember. I'm probably gonna forget. It's gonna be up for a few days, I think, though. Where are we at in terms of I don't think I'm even gonna do Nether disruptor anymore. I have the only legendary I still want now is the chest, and I'll get it eventually. It's not like it would be awesome for 5-mans, but although I don't know, maybe it would be good for some raid fights too. Wait, how can I see this again? Yeah, there we go. I know I can't actually. I have to go to the thing, I guess, to see where it's at. Nether disruptor is, like, if you guys aren't aware though, the best way to get legendaries in the game, Nether disruptor. So it's a lot. It's just monotony, really. And I don't have, you know, I have a lot of things that I'd rather do, especially outside of game too. Like, all that time I could be, you know, playing a different game or getting other things done in a while. So it was good when I needed the legendaries, but now that I finally have the chest, I'm ready. Pretty happy about that. Let's turn all these in though while we have it. Get the free AP. And right now, maybe we'll get another legendary. I got the shoulders last weekend, I think. So if I did the Nether disruptor, I would get it. If I did like 3 days of the Nether disruptor, I'd get another legendary this week. But just kind of not too worried about it.
Hello. Safe travels.
I always do DHT because it's one of my favorite dungeons, but I'm fairly certain there's not a single piece of gear that I would want out of here. Like, I legit think there's none.
See you later.
Wait, we're just gonna... What the fuck? Just gonna pass on the 925 Holy Pally. I don't know, I would take Pally every week especially, but this week is really strong. Let's see. What was I looking for? I always open that tab. That is not the right place. I'm looking for dungeons. Dark Hard Thicket. No, are we even doing Dark Hard Thicket? Yeah, okay. So yeah, let's look at loot. Well, that would be nice. If I got that at 920, that would be good. That's like, that's the best damage. At least I'm fairly certain it's the best damage relic. That's okay, but I definitely, it's not that. It would have to be a huge upgrade. Haste Mastery, not really. Have to be a really big piece. Crit Mastery, nope. Crit Verse, Shoulders, absolutely fucking not. No way can I wear the back. I need the tier back. Chest, no way. That's terrible. We got a, wow, really? A Monk? I would say Monk is the worst healer right now for 5 mans. Haste Mastery Hands, those are alright, but I have 935, so they're not going to be replaced. First Mastery Waste, so that would be an upgrade. Especially since it's weighted towards versatility. If it went all the way up to 930, but it's not going to go all the way up to 930. Yeah, there's just no good gear in here. It's just, it would all have to, like, huge. It would, yeah, there's like not a single piece of gear in here that I would equip. I just like doing it though. To be honest, it's my favorite dungeon, and I do it for no reason really. It's just fun. I like 5 mans a lot. Like, I do them to the point where I don't even care about the rewards on this, especially on this character. I'm just doing it to do it. Are you currently working on more Mythic Plus tier lists? Unfortunately, because of my mother's injury, I had to stop all progression on videos. But the healing one is next, and I hopefully will start working on it this week. I have a lot more free time now that she's finally, like, on the mend. So yeah, the healing one is definitely next, and I already know exactly where I'm gonna rank all 6. So I just need to make the video and write a little bit of a script. A damage one probably, I don't know. The damage one is tough because, especially since they're pumping out patches so frequently. The damage one is tough because there's so many specs, you know. It's like I almost feel a little dirty putting it out because it's just not like, just nobody's gonna agree with it because there's fucking so many different reasons that they could disagree, you know. But at least the tank and the healing one, those are, I feel like I do a good job with those. Need one more to summon. Where's the guy? Huh? You're not even there. I guess he thinks he's close, so he brought that up.
The very roots
Dark Heart Thicket, ready to rock. What are we doing? Yo, how about Game of Thrones in 2 weeks though? What's it, 1 week away now? This coming Sunday? I know, is it still 2 weeks away? I think it's next week, isn't it? It's the 16th? Yeah, that's next, no. Yeah, it's next week. One more fucking week, pretty much. It's pretty nuts. Cannot fucking wait.
My axe hungers.
Get vengeance or something. Not taking any damage. I just attack. If I ever see anybody out in the world, I attack them because there's no way they can kill me. I would be interested to see a situation where I cannot beat somebody 1v1. I don't know what it would be. People keep saying rogues, and there's something about rogue burst that doesn't scale down when you're in regular PvP out in the world. But I fought like a pretty well geared sub rogue the other day, and oh, there's that guy again.
Sure you need my aid?
That was probably not the right play. What the fuck is going on? And so, what's he? He's like dashing and shit. He was like lagging or something. That was strange. Anyway. But yeah, the people said rogue, and
it sickens me to see the majestic, beasts of Val'Sharah lost to corruption.
Get to hear this
They
tough talk
must
again.
be culled.
So says the shadow of Xavius. What else did I say? My bark is worse than my bite. Shit like that. Lame. Make more pots. And use so many pots. I use like 300 a week. It's so crazy. Oh fuck, we don't have any Starlight Rose. We gotta get Starlight Rose. Those who challenge me only speed themselves to an agonizing death. Hey, Banana Lol 12. Are you new to the stream? Welcome. Good to see we got some people on Twitch. 2 on Twitch, 13 on YouTube. Pretty slow night. Obviously, it's quite late. A lot of the audience is European. What do we get? Rog? Is that Rog? Where? Oh no, it's Hunter. What'd you guys do for the 4th? Anything? Oh, these guys are on the same guild. Arbiter. That's where I got the monk then. That makes sense. I would like to eat. Didn't have food at all. The Vantis rune thing. When the fuck did they add that? That's so weird. Vantis runes killed Jaden. That's interesting. So those guys are probably working on Hero kill Jaden. Yeah, that's interesting. I guess we should probably get one of those, huh? It's just like getting to the point though where 1,500 versatility is just like nothing. How much is that? That's almost as little as is on this trinket, and this trinket is terribly itemized. It's just kind of weird. But I guess it's every little bit helps. Versatility is a pretty cool stat, to be honest. I actually like it a lot more than I expected to like it. When I heard it was so good for even holy, but also all tanks, I was like, ugh, that's boring. But it's actually really fun. Like it's kind of like it's, I don't know. I feel like I'm playing aggressively when I go for verse. What is this, 12 dark art? Oh, probably consume the blood fucking boil, huh? I feel like that's a mistake, gripping them like that. I always do this, and I don't know if it's even needed. Because the thing about it is, I don't have it up for this caster pack that always extends past this bear.
Those who challenge me only speed
There it is.
themselves to an agonizing death.
4th was my birthday. Yeah, that's
So
right. You said
says
that.
the
That's awesome.
shadow
That's pretty crazy.
Be still,
That's like
worm.
hell of a luck
feel
situation
you
for your
short.
parents. Could you imagine that, right? It's like, yeah, she's due any day now. So is the birth of the nation. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck? That's almost borderline unlucky, I would say. It was probably not the best situation to be giving birth to somebody in the 90s on 4th of July. I mean, I don't know. Earlier you said something about the Nether disruptor. Oh yeah, sure, I can explain. So the Nether disruptor, the portals from the Nether disruptor, those like purple portals that are out on the Broken Shore during its availability, they drop between 10 and 20 Legion Fall war supplies each from each boss, okay? And you could kill them in a group of up to 40. So like a full raid group can kill them. So the only detriment is that they require those keys that cost Nether shards. But when you have 40 people, it's like you usually don't even have to fucking use a key once in those types of groups. Like you can get away with never doing it a single time and they wouldn't even notice, you know? So yeah, and you could farm 50 a day. After the 50th, you no longer get loot from them for the day. It resets at 11 a.m. Eastern time at least. like the reset, you know, whatever the daily reset time is for you. That's what time it will reset. Yeah, obviously the main reason that you're after the war supplies is turning them in, and they give an emissary cache equivalent of bad luck protection, which, if you're not aware, is the single highest bad luck protection in the whole game. It's better than even a mythic raid boss. So yeah, the best way to get legendaries in the game is to do emissary caches and those turn-ins on the island. And the best way to get those is with the Nether disruptor, essentially. Can you solo Legion raids? I don't know. I'd never have time to do it. I would like to try, to be fair. It would be very fun to try Nighthold, but I think Emerald Nightmare would definitely be doable. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. I wanted to do some soloing this weekend as well, but I just don't want to give up the key. The problem is, like, 15s are so valuable right now. I have a 15 Eye of Ashara, and it's like, if I just de-level that to 4 or something like that, people are gonna be pissed. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. Wife's mom's birthday also. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, I'm not gonna get the pop. I stood by like 1 second. That's so weird.
I will bleed the nightmare from you.
And that's without a pop. 1.4 million burst somehow. I mean, I don't even know how I did that. I guess lust, it makes a big difference, but.
By tooth and claw, be purged.
Of course, healer's done 0. Literally did not even, although a monk, I don't know. A monk's just so shitty. Oh, he did something. He like rolled in to attack for some reason. I could de-level a key for you if you want. We'll see. We'll see what happens this week. I think I honestly might, if I do anything, I might try raiding and doing some raiding. I think it would be interesting. I'm fairly certain I could solo a lot of Emerald Nightmare, but it's just, I assume there's gonna be a boss that I can't solo. So that's the one thing that sucks about soloing raids. It's like near impossible to do every boss because some bosses have actual mechanics that require more than one person. But some of the dungeons have that too, and those mechanics don't, like this one. This is like the easiest dungeon to solo because they don't actually, like all the bosses that have mechanics that normally suck, they don't actually fucking happen when you're alone for some reason. Like the tree won't pick you up when you're alone. The last boss won't silence you when you're alone. And, you know, the dragon boss, the only problem with that. And this boss, the first boss, won't charge. He won't leap or nothing like that when you're alone. So, yeah, it's pretty sick, to be honest. Let me see it. So we can just run by it, but that's risky. Holy shit. It's hella risky. Yeah, we don't have any CC other than the hunter. Oh no, that's not true. We got a fucking monk. I have not done a dungeon with a monk in quite a while. This is like the quintessential dungeon for 5-man, or for DK and 5-man though. Like, their kit shines so brightly in this dungeon, it's unbelievable. Especially since it's probably the only dungeon where an intentional wipe is actually a viable option. People still try to invis pot it all the time, and I just don't understand why. It's so much cleaner to just do a control wipe. But you lose a lot of time doing that, so I suppose that's the difference. Thing about doing the pot is just that you lose so much damage. But I guess if you do it right at the end, it's no big deal. You're only gonna miss 1 pot. Attacking the mobs at healing to full, that's smart. Good job there, Metro. Hey there, guys, it's retard. That guy's gonna die. How does he have that absorb on him? Is that that's the neck, I guess. This is a great week for Cephas, or no, what's it called? I don't know what it's called. Pride is. Great week for Pride is. Mobs will run. Luckily, anytime you stun them like that, they're like building up the chance for them to run. So, if you ever stun these mobs, get ready for them to run immediately afterwards. That's why I always try to have grip for that. People always stun by accident, it seems. I wouldn't stun those if it was me. There's no point in it. They don't pose any threat, and it just like forces them to run afterwards, it seems. Good thing about this legendary is it's also an incredible single target DPS increase, so it's not necessarily like Cephas is definitely way better, and the chest obviously is way better for AoE, but since I'm focused on single target anyway right now, this is a great combination of legendaries to have. Plus there's not a lot of large packs in here. I mean, the last pack I would definitely use Bone Storm for. But even with Fortified, or even with Bolstering, the blood packs are not going to stay up long enough to have any value from Bone Storm, so just kind of worthless.
Is worse than my bite.
Another great fight for Blood DK. They at one point, I guess it was probably in 7.0. You weren't able to actually attack this guy while he had you up in the air. You were a bit too far to actually death strike him for some reason. So that was kind of a pain. But now that you can do that, it's very easy to survive this fight. Just heal it up. But you got to make sure you do it right, because if you I've had it a few times where like I'll try to heal up right as he throws me, and then I'll get out of range still. But just use Vamp Blood for. If you have to use it, you can. Otherwise, just you could heal yourself to full while you're up there with 2 Death Strike globals.
4, 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3, full.
Beware.
Near full. Close. As good as any monk is going to be. Like, I'll come up higher than any monk, I'm sure.
Burn. 4, 3, 2, 1. I told you to leave me alone.
Told you to leave me alone. What a guy. Fucking puns, man, are just way too ridiculous.
Only to die at the hands of Saviors. An empty threat. You hold no
Is there any way to avoid that grip thing? Nope, yeah, it's just a tank mechanic essentially.
bold words for a prisoner.
But like I said, if you're alone, he won't do it, so
Was enough to overwhelm
you could do that. You could be alone, have everybody die. Can you clear me top right? What? Oh, that's not good. These whelps do bolster, which is kind of a pain. I think so, anyway. They got bolstered from it. I'm not sure if we're gonna be fucking wiping here. This is a tough boss coming up. Oddly enough, the less people, the easier it feels. Oh, definitely, yeah. Because a lot of the mechanics are like corresponding to the amount of players you have. Like, for example, this boss. If every single fucking person gets hit by a whelps, it's a wipe. But if just me gets hit by whelps, it's fine. It's like doesn't fucking do anything, you know? Like, there would be like pretty much no way I would be able to spawn enough whelps for that to stop me from killing the fight. But if all 5 of the people do, then yeah, I would be completely fucked. wonder if the Yankees are out of rain delay. There's that warlock up there. Okay. Clear this. Is that... I don't think it works that way. Don't they respawn? Yeah. Oh, that was worth it. Oh, they're like gonna... Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. I've never seen that done before. That's pretty smart, actually. So you can just stay with your back to the wall up there, and the eggs will respawn, but you won't get pushed back. It's pretty cool.
Beware.
See, that's why I like PuGing, you know? Nobody I know does shit like that, so that's that's why I like PuGing. You learn shit like that from people that you wouldn't normally play with. Take a little bit of this breath here. Some value out of that blood drinker. Should have popped it right when the rocks came down, but I popped it a bit late.
Beware.
Downy D. Stand like dead center, you don't get fucking picked up at all. And we'll give everybody a leech. Getting kind of lucky there. I don't know where it's putting it on. Oh, it's putting it on the people over there. That's probably a bad thing. I guess they can move side to side, it looks like. Yeah, that's just like a bone over there. I thought that was whelps or eggs at first. See over there? Kind of looks like whelps.
Beware.
But it's not. I don't think people fully understand that. Like, if you just stand directly underneath them, you barely get pushed at all. Or shaking roar. How is it not? What's happening here? Oh, it keeps going on them over there. I was gonna say. I was like, how is it not gone underneath us the whole time? Well, that's easy. I like that idea as ranged. That's pretty smart. I thought they wanted that area cleared so they could get pushed back into that and it wouldn't fuck them, but I didn't realize that you were able to get behind the whelps. That's pretty nuts. That's really nice, actually. That's a good tip. So, yeah, that's what it's all about right there. Learning shit like that. That's more valuable to me than any gear that could have come out of here. Although not like I'll ever play a ranged damage dealer. The only time I would ever... Well, you know, it might be worth it on the priest. But it's probably not easy to get people to do that. I almost did it as like a meme. They were like, oh yeah, clear these mobs. And I was almost like, lol, you fucking retard. They respawn. Lol. So... You know what I've been thinking about though? One thing I definitely do miss. Zul'Gurub. That's the one thing, man. If there was a way to have done Zul'Gurub weekly on Elysium, I probably would have continued playing, but it's funny. The reason I was thinking about it was because that response that I just gave as a joke was something that's pretty funny on 2 mountains. Anyway, the reason I thought about it was because the my buddy Morgraine, the tank, he was playing on Warmain or whatever it's called, the BC server, and he's like he's playing a hunter and he's trying to get the trinket from Black Morass or whatever it is, and he's like, I just keep joining groups and they just keep fucking, like, they're just like, I cannot complete the group with them. They're just retards. And I was like, dude, that's like, that's why I don't play private servers anymore. Like, literally the main reason. Because the fucking, like, the game is great. Like, the game's fine. There's, you know, it's good, no doubt. It's worth playing. But the people on those servers are so fucking retarded that's like impossible to even play with them. Like, the only thing that would even be remotely worth doing is just leveling, because you can just do it alone. And then as soon as you have to actually deal with other people, it's like fucking terrible. It's the worst experience ever. He found that out the hard way. He said he was doing multiple black morass. Multiple black morass ones. He did like 4 or 5 in last weekend. And he said, you know, he was just after the trinket. So he did one. He did like 2 they didn't drop. Third one, it dropped and a mage needed on it. It's an agi trinket. Mage needed on it and won. And then was like, whoops. He's like, I didn't even mean to need on that. Sorry. So he missed it. And then the next run, he started the group, and he started the group, and he intentionally made sure there was no other agi users in the group. And then when he got to the boss, he put it on Master Looter. Well, you know how he said this shit. I was like, dude, you don't fucking do that on a private server. You do not fucking do that on a private server. There is gonna be posts about you made because you did that shit. Even though, like, he did it, and he, you know, like, there was nobody else in the group who could even fucking use the trinket. You know what I'm saying? But he put it on Master Looter, and they fucking went ape shit. The fucking Europeans went ape shit, and they all left and all that shit. So yeah, that's I told him that happens 100% of the time. And then the 4th run he did that was the 4th run, and then the 5th run he did, it was a good group. So what was that? That was 12, so that's 14. I'm gonna be done with that. I do not want to do that. Anyway, the 4th run he did. The 5th run he did. He got into a group, and the tank. He said, I can't remember what he said about the tank. It was a pally tank, and he never got any mana, so he never had any fucking threat. He was like saying that the guy was an idiot, basically. I can't remember exactly the situation, but he said the guy would just keep pulling with like 0 mana, and he would have no threat. And every time somebody would pull off him, the guy would be like, for fuck's sake, this isn't Legion. He just kept saying that, apparently. He kept like, this isn't live WoW, you know, something like that. But it's like, the guy's just an idiot. You need to balance your mana as a paladin, you know? You can't just blame it on the group all the time. So he said something to the guy. He's like, dude, you know, I play a paladin. You should be using Seal of Wisdom, you know, trying to get mana in between pulls, etc. And the guy, I can't remember what the guy said to him, but he's like, the boss, they killed the boss, and the trinket didn't drop, and Morgan's like, man, I've been trying to get this trinket forever. It's so good. It's best in slot forever. And the guy's like, lol, you fucking retard. That trinket sucks for hunters. And left, like, so that's the second boss that drops it. So he just left before the dungeon was over. It's like, oh my god. So he's like, he brought this up because he's like, yeah, I think I'm done playing my hunter. It's like, I think I'm done playing my hunter on Mormain or whatever. And then now that he's like, lower Kara, and now that he's gonna play the monk on Legion, I think he just stopped. Pushing key N? What does that mean? Anyway, I think he just stopped playing there entirely. But I was like, you know, he was talking. It's funny too because this is so predictable. He's like, hey man, you should definitely come. You should play. I know you're into private servers. I think you'll really enjoy Warmain. It's got a really healthy population. You know, TBC is awesome. I was like, dude, you know, these things that you're talking about, you're not wrong about them, man. You're not wrong about them, but wait till you see. Wait till you see what happens, especially a server like that. It's just all hype. Like, they don't give a fuck. The people who play there are only there because it's the hype thing to do. They do not give a fuck about that server, and they will make that very apparent when other servers come out. And all, you know, I was telling him about all these things. And he's like, God, I'm having so much fun though, dude. I'm only level 48, but I can't wait. It's a high rate experience too, so you could level up quick. But I just can't wait to do some dungeons, man. I can't fucking wait to do some dungeons. And he gets to 70. That's exactly what I said was gonna happen. Exactly what I said was gonna happen. Such a shame. If they just, maybe someday Blizzard will make a actual legit private or legacy project, but until then there's just. Now the one thing I might be checking out the Ascendance. Ascendance, is that the name of it? It's that server where you get to like pick whatever spells and talents and shit. I might check that out. People were going nuts about that shit when I was streaming Elysium all the time. They're like, lol, check it out. Whatever. I don't know. They weren't laughing at me, but they were saying for me to check it out constantly, and I just, at the time, I had absolutely no interest in something that's silly. But then I started, like, I've been playing games in a way that I've kind of doing what that server's doing anyway for them. Like Warcraft 3, I've been playing these custom maps where you do all these weird things, and with Breath of the Wild, I've been doing shit like that. So I was like, you know what, that actually aligns pretty well with what I'm interested in right now in games. Like just a low commitment, fun experience. So I might check it out. We'll see. Especially because I don't have any expectations for the actual PvE end of things. Like, since it's not your proper Blizzard experience, I think it might actually, it might not be like completely filled with retards. I don't know though. We'll see. I probably won't have time though anyway. I think it's coming out in the middle of, I think it's like a couple weeks from now it comes out. Hey Lyoshan, what's up, man? A long time no see. How you been? You were sick, I think last time we spoke you were quite ill. How you feeling? Are we on a fucking Australian server? What the hell's with this? Barthalos, that's Australian server, I guess, huh? Let's check if there's any ally. I ran into a group the other day. There was a group of 5 ally doing Nether or whatever whatever you call this shit, Centinax, and I just landed, gripped them all in, and just killed them. Fucking like 2 globals. A lot better. Just got home from work. Oh, nice. Where do you work again? You're an investment banker, right? No allies. I always like coming out here though anyway, just because like I said, there was like 5 allies doing, if they're doing Centinax, it's a pretty good chance that they're undergeared. And I sure proved that to them. Everybody from Barthalos must be EU or AUS server. What are we waiting for? There's like 10 people in the queue. Just get a lust, I guess. Get that fucking mage. JK, close. Astronaut. Oh wow, you're an astronaut? What the fuck? That's crazy. Banana has a similar job. I think he's also a liar. Oh, we got somebody. What did we take? A disconnected player. That's good.
The Legion is plotting attacks on our ancients from this camp. Help us
Oh god, we grabbed a priest? Hey, Winter Wolf, what's up, man? White Winter Wolf, damn. As opposed to blue Winter Wolf. I checked out the Breath of the Wild DLC is actually really fun though. I started playing through the game on like the hard mode thing or whatever. It's pretty cool. Pick the Ragnaros players, obviously. Yeah, right. That's a pretty impressive job for Banana. That's a good point, actually, yeah. He can't even survive outside of his casing. Once you peel him, he just wilts immediately. Did you guys ever put a banana in the fridge? I did it for the first time about 3 months ago, and I'm surprised for the results. It turns the banana... Hey, first time I've caught you live. What's up, Holy Cats? How's it going? Glad to see you. Yeah, I haven't been able to stream recently, so no surprise there. But anyway, yeah, if you put a banana in the fridge, it becomes like a very dark brown, but it's like perfectly preserved. It's very strange. I'm not exactly sure why that happens. Having a server full of idiots is part of the experience, I suppose so. Welcome. What's up, man? Yeah, wait, you're talking about on Classic and private and shit? Yeah, not for me. I don't know. Something ethylene gas? Maybe, yeah. That might, I mean, if you're serious about that, that might be the case. Probably something like that. But regardless, it's like, it tastes so good. It's so fucking, like, it's shit brown. Like, not even shit brown. Like, death brown, like what a dead body looks like 5 weeks in, you know? And you poke it and it's all, ugh, it looks terrible and the skin's like completely fucked. But then you peel it and it's like, oh, this pristine banana underneath. It's really funny. So what is this, 11? Bananas emit ethylene gas, I believe. Yeah, you're right about that. I know that part. The bag thing, I don't know about the gas part. James Michael McAdoo, let's rock, man. I don't know why I said that. Just started playing again a few months ago. Got a few characters up to 110. What would you say is the most effective way to farm AP? Best way to get everything in the game right now is do the Nether portals from the Nether disruptor. I was talking about it a bit earlier in the stream. Okay, well, yeah, I don't know. Normally I would pull all this shit. Let's just go 3 here. Oh, JK. Going for. I mean, you should have every. I mean, I should not be the top DPS on the first pull of the dungeon. That's for sure. How do you know what a dead body feels like or looks like? I work at a mortuary. But yeah, everything that you would want can be got from the Nether disruptor. It may not be the best way to gear up, but while you're doing the Nether disruptor portals, you're going to be getting these blue, like the rare quality Sentinex beacons. So if you have the time, you can just turn those into Sentinex, whatever, Nether shards. And that is definitely the fastest way to gear up. Just get a bunch of Nether shards. The gear can Titanforge all the way up to 855 now, which obviously is incredibly rare, but and you can get any piece in the game prior to Tumus or Jairus, I guess. So you can get all the Nighthold. You can even get Nighthold tier, which is pretty cool. Corpses need clean. Yeah, he's a dental assistant at the morgue. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, no kidding. For some reason, I thought you were a dental assistant. Yeah, I don't know why the fuck you would have thought that. Someone has to clean the corpses to put them on display. It's true, yeah. Interesting. Thanks. Yeah, no problem. If you have any like more specific questions, let me know. That no offense, but that's like a really broad and like large question to answer, so can't really do that while I'm doing a 5-man, but if you have anything specific, definitely I could answer it. I'm gonna miss pot again. How does this keep happening? 2 dungeons in a row. I fucking missed pot by like 1 second.
Just you and me and my guard.
Just you and me and my guards. Who makes the dialogue for this game, man? It just doesn't make sense. I have no clue what the disruptor thing you're talking about is. So, are you familiar at all with the Broken Shore? Because if not, then that would be why you don't know. But the Broken Shore has 3 buildings on it. They each have like one very distinct benefit, like no matter each time they're up. For example, the Mage Tower is the one that allows you to do the challenge appearance, which is what everybody's like hyped about half the time. But the real one, I'm gonna fucking die. Wow. I'm just stood in that shit. Anyway, the real one is a Nether disruptor. Nether disruptor is like the most important one because it gives you access to essentially 10+ turn-ins a day on top of what else you can get on the Broken Shore. So that's like 50 turn-ins per Nether disruptor if you're super serious about it. And that's 50 essences, like instances, I guess, of the best bad luck protection the game has to offer. So, very useful. And on top of that, you get a ton of AP from that as well. You don't just get bad luck protection. You get gold, AP, and resources, order hall resources. And you get Nether shards to some degree. You get Nether shards a little bit from the actual turn-in, but the main way you'll get Nether shards is by you also loot these things from the actual bosses that come out of the portals. Hey Gizmo, what's up, man? I think Khadgar has the exact same voice actor as Odin. Gotcha, just trying to figure out the best way to spend my time. Nice, yeah, for sure. Did somebody just fucking aggro that thing? Jesus Christ. No, sad face. Oh right, yeah. You made a video on it? Not really, no. It's not really something that's like video worthy. Although it would have been if I made a video on it when 7.2 launched, it would have been, of course. But it's like very basic. It's just a lot of people just don't understand. The thing that they don't understand is that that's the best way to get bad luck protection in the game. And in order for me to make that claim, I would have to substantiate it, which I cannot do because I didn't do the math. Like somebody, the reason I know about it is because somebody showed me a video where, and this all came from that video I made on Dauntless, because you also get Dauntless, and that's where it all started. People were like, "Oh my God, you fucking idiot! I get 600 Dauntless pieces a week. I think we would know if it's a legendary by now, lol." It's like, right, but that's not proof. Anyway, like, regardless of that argument, they were telling me, I was like, how the fuck are you even getting that much Dauntless? And it's because you get a Dauntless piece. Oh my God. It's because you get a Dauntless piece every single time you kill one of those bosses from the portals. So on top of, 50 bosses a day, that's 50 Dauntless. So that's potentially 200 a week, maybe more, depending on what happens. So that's where it started, and then I started looking into it. I was like, oh, what the fuck? That's pretty cool. You can get that much Dauntless. Eventually, you're gonna get a high piece. And then I realized, I was like, wait a second, you get a ton of these things. So then I looked it up, and somebody had like a video on. They had like gathered all kinds of data from legendaries, and it's like they've managed to figure out that the most effective bad luck protection in the game is the what do you call it? The emissary caches. And those, of course, effectively come from the Nether disruptor. Got any really high Titanforge? Not for Mythic Pluses, but I got 935 wrists. What the fuck is that?
4, 3,
I got a slice of cake, I guess.
1.
What the fuck is that? I got a slice of cake in my hand. The only thing, I mean, I've gotten the 930s obviously from the 15s, but I'm really not happy with the item level of Mythic Plus gear. The fact that it's 20 item, it's only 910 at 15. That's pretty disappointing. I was hoping for 915. 915 means it would be worth it to farm like the higher, whatever, like they gave everybody the option to like if you want to go like 16 and higher, you get more gear. But like 910, it's just not fucking worth getting. Most pieces would be a downgrade. So it's like it's not worth doing like 20s and shit just to try to get 910 gear. Oh God.
A storm is gathering.
What the fuck? Somebody pulled the other ads. That's like hellaciously bad.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Just you wait. Too much to handle.
I should have rezzed the warlock, I guess. No, hunter should have pet.
The waters rise.
Those are just kind of like one shot, those guys. Well, I don't think we're gonna be 3 chests in this. That is fucking bizarre. I did not know you could even do that. I did not know that even worked on, that even happened on
4,
bosses.
3,
Fuck, I'm
2,
gonna die.
1.
I'm dead. That's so shitty. Oh no, wait, AMS will keep me? Nope. Might still survive because the cast? Oh boy, easy game. If she didn't actually cast that, I would have died. It's fine.
A storm is gathering.
Should this be a clip, a highlight? It's pretty bizarre. Might still die. She's fucking meleeing like crazy.
4.
Oh, she only spawns one ad when you're alone. What the fuck? I'm dead. It's so embarrassing. That's so silly. Anyway, let's see. More than I'm on my more than I'm using on my mage. Nice. For frost at least, nice. Bolstering low. Yeah, I did not even know that fucking happened. You seem to have been enjoying WoW a lot more now that you're off private servers. Yeah, definitely. Legion is way more enjoyable. Just not having to deal with the idiots is I enjoy Classic, like there's no doubt about it. And there's not a well, that's not true. There's not a week that goes by where I don't think about, you know, maybe I'll play a little Classic again. But it's like I log on and I remember exactly why. What the hell's going on there? I remember exactly why I hated it within like one effort, you know, one situation of effort. Wonder what happened in the Keystone in the next expansion? Oh, I don't know about all that. That's a good question. I think the system will just get converted. It's got like the same thing that happened with challenge modes. It's probably just gonna happen in whatever 8.0 is. It's just gonna be like you can't do the dungeon on that difficulty anymore. That's how it was with challenge mode. It's like you could still enter the dungeons, but that difficulty doesn't exist anymore.
The waters rise! There is no escape.
What all made you hate it so much? I made a video on Ace. It's just not worth talking about. But mostly, like, long story short, everything that I hated about playing on private servers was not because of the game. It was the community itself. There was some things that I definitely didn't enjoy about Classic and to some degree TBC, but basically, like, the long and short of it is exactly what happened with Hellgrounds or whatever it was called. Hellfire? I don't remember which was which. Whatever, the server we were all playing on together and then got shut down. That's like the exact reason that I won't play on private servers anymore, because the people who run the servers are clowns, the people who play on the servers are clowns, the people who made the, you know, everything about it. It's just a clown show, start to finish. And they all act like they're serious about it, but then, you know, shit like that happens and it's just obvious that they're not, that nobody involved in the situation is serious about it. It's just not an environment that I enjoy. I play WoW because, like, I've been playing these same characters for fucking years. I mean, this isn't even a character I had for very long. And it's 39 days. That's not even that much. Anyway, and he has a pretty respectable slash play. Like, I just turned this character into my main. You know what I'm saying? So, I play the game for longevity, and that does not exist on private servers, unfortunately. Thanks for the refresher. Yeah. It was a nightmare. The whole private server. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what Banana says is the exact fucking reason. Because everybody thinks that there's got to be like a better. That this is better. And nobody cares about the actual fucking game. They just care about the server. Like if it's some big difference. It's like, oh, this server is going to be the best server. It's like, I don't give a fuck. The only thing I care about is that it's still fucking here 4 years from now, and that's never gonna fucking happen. You're never gonna get a big server that's there for multiple years. It just doesn't fucking happen. Nostalrius was the best effort, and that, you know, it's such a shame. If that never happened, I could easily see myself still, because all of this started with Nostalrius. If this shit didn't happen the way it did, we would have never had any of the problems we have now, because it was like, man, what's that Viking tale where the guy is like the leader and then when he dies all of his sons fight over who's the new leader? They made a film out of it's the Vikings, like the plot of the show Vikings. But anyway, that's exactly what that's exactly what happened with Nostalrius. It was like the de facto leader of the private server community, and then all of a sudden it's gone, and that's that. Now everybody is trying to make the next Nostalrius. And that's what's happened with the TBC servers. Everybody's after the next Nostalrius. They don't even give a fuck about TBC. All they care about is the hype. And the people who play there reflect that. It doesn't foster a long-standing situation, you know? How am I going to peel Banana if he's not on YouTube? That's true. Theater mode on Twitch is too OP. Yes, bolstering. Spooky eye tracking. So funny. I can't believe the boss bolsters. I've never done that. I've never seen a boss bolster before. That is scary. That is fucking scary. God damn. I mean, the bosses already got tyrannical, and then you're basically like give it double tyrannical. I can't believe how big that fucking bitch was, man. She was like huge. So strange. Private server community is a joke. Yeah, exactly. That's another thing about it. Like those are like the main reasons that I will not be playing on private servers anymore. Like aside from that, like if that stuff didn't exist, it wouldn't even like that wouldn't mean I would just come back to servers, you know? Like the game is still incredibly outdated and incredibly long. Like it's just overly long. Like the things are elongated in such a way that it makes you realize, you know, oh, I thought he just bullshit again. It makes you realize that the game has been steadily going in this direction since the day one of the game, but it just wasn't there yet, you know? Like in TBC, you can tell, like they nerf leveling, they make leveling quicker and easier, and they add more quests, and then they add the badge system, so you're not just farming dungeons for months hoping to get a drop. You know, like all of those quality of life things get fleshed out every single expansion, to the point that we get now, where we're like playing an expansion that's a culmination of 10 years of improvements. You understand that? Like not everything is better. I didn't get aggroed. Not everything is better in Legion compared to Classic. That's for sure. There's some things that I definitely like about Classic. I prefer. Oh my god. Prefer to Legion, I'm sure. There's a few things. It's not a lot, to be honest, but there's definitely some things. Like, you know, leveling is definitely one of them. And the way the classes interact with each other is definitely one of them. But everything else, like just being able to send multiple items in the mail, that's like, and being able to shift loot, not have to shift loot. You could auto loot, you know? Shit like that. It's just like, man, I can't believe the game was ever like this. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to believe. And that's the thing, like, that's where the lines get blurred a bit. Then it becomes less about the fucking community and it's about the game. And you know those changes exist in Legion or whatever, in MOP or anything else, and they're never coming because people are so close-minded. You know, and that's all it is. It's just being close-minded. Like, there's things that are objectively better about the later expansions. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. There's obviously a lot that's changed over the years that people don't like, and I can understand why. But like, I don't see how you could compare classic dungeons to the Mythic Plus model and not say this is the better system. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally unexhaustible challenge and completely like fully renewable content, fully renewable gearing. Oh, we need these mobs. Holy shit. Fully renewable, you know what I mean? Like, you will literally never complete the hardest challenge that these dungeons have to offer. They are always relevant, almost too relevant in some people's eyes. You know, shit like that. Like if there was like a better dungeon, even if just the badge system existed in Classic, that alone would be enough. You know what I mean? The Classic dungeons are well developed, but they're stuck in these ancient constructs. Where Blizzard didn't have any foresight, you know, they didn't know what they were gonna do. Wait, I bet you do like plus 20s. Pull everything in Maw of Souls with the boss on bolstering. That would be fucking hilarious. I did not even know you could bolster bosses, so yeah. Biggest difference between private servers and live is that live players only have one group of devs to complain to. Hey, that's a pretty good point, actually. Yeah, I've done a ton of Mythic Plus. Hold on a second. The common consensus has been bosses cannot be bolstered. Yeah, exactly. I honestly did not even know that was possible. It's really funny. Oh my... Jesus Christ. We're gonna wipe to this thing. I don't understand how people keep pulling these snails. You could probably make vanilla great with all the quality. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's exactly that's the truth of it. It's like, if it just had some of, wow. The hell was that boss? Run away. Oh, God. If it just had some of the stuff that, like, you know, I don't know. There's too much to name, but I just there's some things that I love about Classic, and a lot of it's nostalgia. People always say shit like, it's not nostalgia. I wouldn't be playing it all these days if it was just nostalgia, but it is really a lot of it's nostalgia. Like, you know, a lot of the things that I like about Classic are just because I remember them being very fun. They're not very fun, like, compared to what is in game. It's not even just WoW either. That's the thing. Like, I still say Classic is a better version of an MMO than any other MMO out there. But, I mean, it's just like, you know, especially, man, Breath of the Wild. I hate to keep bringing it up, but Breath of the Wild's, like, really changed my perspective on gaming. If Nintendo could make a game that expansive, then MMOs need to step up their fucking game. They really do, because that is an incredible product. Absolutely an intense atmosphere, an intense world. Probably one of the best game worlds ever created. I would say it is one of the best games ever created. Just because of the breadth of content. And apparently they're not done. Of course, it's coming in pay-for-play DLC, but you play it for free online, so I don't know. Make vanilla great again, yeah. All you gotta do is add a badge system and make classes viable. That's another thing. That's another big fucking problem with Classic. Like one third of the specs are viable per like PvP and PvE. It's just embarrassing. That wouldn't qualify as an acceptable practice today. Like, especially looking at Legion, where almost every spec in the game is viable, you know? There's still like a few % difference between, you know, say like Frost and Arcane and Fire mages, but it's not to the point where Arcane mage is not a fucking spec, you know what I'm saying? Like, that kind of shit just doesn't fly nowadays. You can't have that. If Blizz came to you and said you could make one huge addition to the game, oh, I don't have one huge addition, unfortunately. I have a couple small ones, though. Mythic plus leveling is #1. I would definitely add some intentional challenge to leveling. And then I would make some changes to the Mythic plus system, so you don't have to dick around with keystones and have to do random dungeons. What else? I'm gonna die, probably. Heal up. There we go. Where's this fucking... There's a bird somewhere. Oh, it's a snail. Biggest reason I like vanilla and TBC is that a lot more rewarding getting gear. Yeah, but the gear is like, I don't know, it's just disproportionately valuable, if you ask me. Like, it is a lot more rewarding, and that's because it's such a fucking pain in the ass to get. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just impossible to get because it requires such an incredible time investiture. Like, it's not even that, you know, the challenge is commensurate. It's just, it takes forever because you're doing it with 40 people and shit. Seems kind of weird to want to experience the game at one specific point. I agree with that, actually. That's well said. Somebody made that comment a long time ago. I can't remember if it was on the forums or what, but somebody said playing Classic is like a drawing. It's like a landscape with only the mountains or some shit like that. I can't remember what the exact example was, but... And that was right. That's kind of like where my building a house with tools or cutting a plank of wood with no tools example kind of came in. I feel it's more impossible to get max Titanforge gear. Yeah, but that's different. That's like a bonus, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not the baseline gear. There's no Titanforge system in Classic, so it's not really comparable. But I just meant to say, like, it's not, the proportionate difficulty is not there for me. It's like, I don't know. What are we gonna one chest? Oh wow, we're 1% off. That's so shitty. Why are we in combat?
All will be eradicated.
The gear in Legion is all good. It's just about what is Titanforging? Oh, you don't know what Titanforging means? It's basically a system in the game where gear can like be, what the fuck? Where gear can become better randomly, essentially. It's like I don't know. It's hard to explain. Hold on. Let me finish this. Here's a good example. See this tier piece I have? 935 Titanforged. It's supposed to be fucking, what's it supposed to be? 915. So randomly, like just completely randomly, it upgraded. It became 20 item levels higher. 20 item levels stronger. Alright, you see that whole thing I never understood. I never understood the people who think Titanforge is baseline, you know what I mean? I've from the get-go, I guess I've been lucky in that respect, but what is happening here? Why can't I not get out of that? I've been very satisfied with the Titanforging system because I look at it as an entirely beneficial situation. Like, I expect to get 915 gear, but when I get a 935, it's just like a PogChat moment, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I know a lot of people, like perhaps you included, that are like, oh my god, it didn't Titanforge, this piece sucks. It's like, what the fuck, you know what I mean? Like, it's, if it sucks, then I don't know what to tell you, like, you're doing something wrong, I think. Next patch, it will not be removed in the next patch, I promise you that. Or do you mean next expansion? Maybe removed in the next expansion, but I would not hope for it. I really like the way it works out. I mean, it's pretty much the only reason I'm doing 5-mans right now. Like, it's just a really nice system. It's just like every once in a while you get really lucky and you get an awesome piece, and I love that. I love it, everything about it. Mop, yeah, I mean, like Thunderforge, it's fine. Like, maybe not the whole, like, can go up 50 item level thing. That, maybe I could agree with that. Like, it can go up maybe 15 or 20 item levels instead. But Titanforging, or Thunderforging was, like, what, 8 item levels, I think it was? That was pretty appropriate. Yeah, maybe I could understand that. Like, it is a bit too much. Fact that, like, it can go up like 55 item levels. Titanforging seems fine, but why not add a way to upgrade the gear? That'd be cool. I think it should be 5 or 10 above max gear, not 25. Yeah, I could agree. I could understand that. I'd say like 20 maybe is the max it should be. 5 or 10, I don't know. It's not as big of a deal. Why does this always happen? It's like the guy won't fucking open the dialogue. I got a chest knife from normal. It's better than heroic. Exactly. That's awesome. I love that. That's so cool. This isn't exactly how it works, but think of a dice with base item level at 915. If the dice rolls 1 to 5, it doesn't Titanforge. Yeah, that's pretty well stated, honestly. Nice. That's cool. That's awesome. Wow, that's best in slot. Well, it's cloth, but. Getting a super high eye level piece is, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people, like, when I made the video I made about, you know, the 5 worst things about Legion, and Titanforging was on the list, a lot of people had some really backwards notions about why Titanforging was bad. There's a very serious reason why it's bad, and a lot of people don't seem to understand this. It devalues progression, because now there's a lot more luck involved. So, like, these world first guilds that are going for this shit, if they get like a 955 piece off a boss, it's like they're way ahead just because of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the one thing. What did I even sign up for? Nelth? So that's the one thing that I could agree with, that Titanforging is doing a very poor service to the game, because it's effectively devaluing progression, character progression as well. Yeah, for me it's perfect. I love it, but I could understand why people at the top would hate it, because it's like they're getting gear now that if it doesn't Titanforge, they're effectively at it, because they're like 1-to-1 compared to another guild, right? Like Sources and Method, they're competing head to head. So if Sources gets lucky and Method doesn't, it's just beyond their control. You know what I'm saying? So I could understand that. That's one viable reason that Titanforging is bad. And I think that is a very important reason. And nobody seemed to understand that when I made that video. Everybody was like, oh, lol, it's bad. I farm Mythic +6 all day trying to get a Titanforge 990 piece. It's like, that's your fucking problem, you know what I mean? That's not the game's problem. I don't fucking, like, you know what I mean? Keep up the good work. It's something to make the casuals feel good. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I agree with that. It does. It's like, the more casual you are, the better the Titanforge system is for you. And the more hardcore you are, the worse the system is for you. It's an unfortunate side effect. But frankly, I would be fine with Blizzard. Like, the whole, like, world first thing and this whole, like, you have to have, like, 6 characters and all these, you have to play, like, 16 hours a day and all this shit. Like, I don't know how this works now. We're into our second week now. I don't know how it works, but if these people have not been doing anything except raiding for 2 straight weeks, I think, like, I really don't think Blizzard should allow that. Like, that's not something that you want people to do. I don't think you should want people to do that. Like, I know it's their choice to do it, but it's like, it's a little dangerous, man. It's asking for trouble, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. They should cap the eye level for world first race. I think like Gizmo said, they should probably do a lower cap. 15 or 20 is probably where it should be. Because the one thing that I would definitely agree with is that, like, you know, people like farming Emerald Nightmare and shit to try to get like a 9, you know, high item level piece just on luck. It's like, that's an unfortunate situation, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You really don't need to be doing that, but it would be fucking sexy as shit if you got like a huge best in slot upgrade from an old raid, you know? Oh, well, it's kind of Blizzard's responsibility in some way because they create systems and should probably be able to predict certain players' behaviors. I don't know, maybe I've been listening to too much Asmongold videos. Well, what, does he agree with me on that? I don't know. I just think, like, you know, remember when WoW first came out, the media and people dying from, yeah, exactly, that's what I'm saying, yeah. That was happening a lot in StarCraft as well, although I don't understand why. I never understood that. It's like, that's just your fault. The StarCraft matches are like 20 minutes long. I never understood that at all. But like playing WoW, it's like I can understand why people, especially in Classic, because it's like the game takes so fucking long to get anything done. You pretty much have to put that kind of time in.
My scouts report flocks of giant diseased bats overtaking them in the skies around the fiery mountain. See if you can find out where they're coming from.
What the fuck? I don't think I've ever done this dungeon with sound on either.
Hurry, friends. Every moment we linger, Gargoyle kills more.
I would want a pull cap on bosses. That would be cool. That's probably the best option, actually. Yeah. Heroic splitting is another thing that I definitely do not like. I've never done it myself, but it's definitely something I'm not a fan of. I think it's really contrary to what the game's about, honestly. Like bringing alts and shit. I don't know. Pacing is the #1 thing people complain about in WoW, it seems. I agree. You probably summarized it with that statement. Yep. Like that's pretty much what Gizmo said, right? He basically just talked about pacing when he made the comment he made about getting gear. Because it's not like it's, you know, it's not like there's anything else to discuss there. It's just how long it takes to gear, really. How long it takes to get the gear. That's true as well. That's a big fucking problem as well. No matter what you do, people always have a contrary opinion. I don't know, it's hard to differentiate between people who are legitimately upset and people who are just recreationally upset nowadays. That's a big fucking problem in this country, man. It's not even just like in video games. It's like something that's happening in the United States of America and in the whole world, really. It's not just here, but it's happening. I think it's because of like smartphones and shit, man. It really is. Like, people are getting like way too comfortable with the amount of like availability that the world has now, and it's kind of like ruining things that used to be, you know, like people used to be fine with doing certain things at a slower pace. But now it's like, I mean, myself included, obviously. Oh, wow, look at that. They went right on top of each other. It's lucky. No, that's probably not good. But anyway, it's like, you know, myself included, obviously I want to do things as fast as possible. I want to take a certain approach to things my way. And if somebody doesn't allow me to do that, then I start complaining about it. And it's like, for me, it's not a legitimate, like, I'm not actually upset about it. I'm just, you know, talking out my ass, basically. Like, if you hear me sit here and complain about things in a video game, at no point in my mind is, you know, like, if I'm sitting here complaining about Mythic Plus or Titanforge or something like that, it's not like I'm going to quit the game over it. It's just me talking, you know what I mean? But it's hard to differentiate nowadays. It's like, is this person actually upset about this, or are they just fucking being a, you know, being an idiot, basically? Doesn't seem that impressive. Yeah, I never liked it, to be honest. I never understood why it was ever anything to talk about. It just seems so backwards to me. And that's the thing that people always talk about, like, oh, the game was so much harder. This is like another topic of conversation that I've had way too many times, especially on fucking Alex Sensual's videos comment section. People are like, oh yeah, that's why it took, you know, so much longer to kill bosses in Classic and shit like that. It's like, do you have any idea how many times these people are... Do you have any idea how many times these people are pulling these bosses? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're pulling these bosses more times. Can you fucking res me, dude? They're pulling these bosses more times in 1 week than I'm gonna do in my whole fucking life. Like, literally. The amount of pulls it took them to kill Avatar, that's more pulls than we're gonna have on it for the rest of the fucking expansion. And they did that in 1 week. That's scary, man. That's the big fucking difference there. And people didn't seem to understand that about Classic. You cannot pull Ragnaros 400 times and still be fighting it. It's just not fucking possible unless you're alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, the boss is not that fucking hard. But it takes so much longer to engage him. That's the difference. That's why it takes longer to kill the bosses. Not because the bosses are more difficult, because they're set up in a way where you can't, like, you know, battle res somebody and then do the fight again 5 seconds after you wipe. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. So, I don't know. I don't think I can quit WoW for good. Always rubs me back, yeah. Every wipe sets you back like 10 minutes because you gotta walk. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the shit right there. That is one guy I can't watch. Has to be one of the most. Yeah, it's such a shame, man. He really had the keys to the car, man. Jay Patel, welcome. He had the keys to the car, man. He threw them away, threw them in the garbage, and flushed them down the toilet. He's still streaming. I went in to stream the other day, and he's still fucking just like so negative all the time. I asked a question. He was playing on the Gummy server or whatever, and I asked a question about the beta, and he like responded like really snarky. Man, how do you respond to your viewers? The dude had like 40 viewers when he used to get like 500, maybe closer to 1,000. I don't know why I didn't grip that mob. But anyway, I don't know, dude. Such a shame. Napoleon complex, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, that's a good, Gizmo's right about that. Like, raiding for 12 hours plus in Classic was not a thing. I don't think anyone did that. What was the actual number of pulls on Avatar? I need to find that number. That number is a haunting number. Gaming in general. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I agree. People also, you know, had shittier computers and all that back then. 453. Yeah, that sounds about right. Just playing like an idiot. Why would I do that? That was so stupid. Why would I grip them before they even jump? Good thing we got 2 DKs. I didn't even look at the group. What's it? Ellie, 2 DKs, and Holy Priest. Oh, the shaman's not even the healer. I was like yelling at him to heal me, and he wasn't even the one. So I'm just gonna sit on dancing rune weapon. This is terrible. Nah, I just gotta fucking use it. Like, it's gonna be back up for the boss. Now it feels normal that you would. Yeah, I kind of agree. Yeah. It's like, you know, I've gotten so used to playing WoW for multiple hours at a time. It doesn't even feel. Dude, I remember back when I was young, like 16, playing. Like, I remember being like level 28 and shit, and trying to do Black Fathom Depths, and it was like, oh, I have an hour free. I could finally do the dungeon. Now I'm just sitting here streaming for 2 hours at midnight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like if I only played WoW for 1 hour, I probably wouldn't even log on it. It wouldn't even be worth it. You know what I mean? To do 1 Mythic plus, it's just like I'll just do more tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't even. It's just like not worth the effort. It's really weird. I've just gotten like a condition to playing in long sessions. And I don't even play in long sessions compared to a lot of people. Like Sai, man, he's the worst. He'll fucking play the same game all fucking day for like 12 hours straight. I can't do that shit. I start getting uncomfortable in the chair after only a few hours. I bet he could get told he won $1 million and $20 bills free and clear, and he would bitch about it. He might be right, actually. It's kind of funny. Obviously, all that Elysium shit is why I have no sympathy for the man, but it's such a shame because he could have been such a big player in the. I mean, like, if he did it right, dude, he could be the reason that there's legacy servers right now. I know that sounds extreme, but that's all anybody ever needed. Basically, that's all Blizzard ever needed. Was like a Swifty size, like, you know, 100 and some K plus YouTuber who was like publicly covering and advocating private servers. Then they wouldn't be able to ignore it. It would be getting crossed with WoW SEO. First of all, that's why I got so many views on Elysium in the first place. And there would be like a constant media presence, you know. Like he should have went to BlizzCon, like, instead of just denouncing Blizzard. That's the thing that he and everybody else does wrong. If you want this, you cannot just say fuck Blizzard. You can't do that, man. They're the ones who are gonna make it. It's just ridiculous. But everything Blizzard does, he hates, like, with a fucking passion. And he's probably not even the worst. There's people who are way fucking worse about it, I'm sure. And they're just blind. They don't even care to like put objective thought into it. They just immediately hate on everything Blizzard does. And it's like, well, good luck, man, because they're the ones who are gonna fucking make the server you're asking for eventually, so you better like it.
Go ahead and run. It will change.
He tried to be like Asmon. I actually agree with that, yeah. I actually agree with that. I saw him, he started getting friendly with Asmongold when Elysium was launching, and that's when things went downhill for him. Honestly, agree with that.
My mountain itself rises against you.
He's a retard on stream. Yeah, it's just a joke. He's doing it as a joke. And it's like, maybe you could convince me that Alex is doing it as a joke occasionally, but it's like, you stole, like, how much money did he steal from Elysium? That's not funny.
You will never wield the power of Khaz'garath.
What's with the Blizzard? Does that do something? I liked him at first. I sincerely, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. His earlier videos were quite good, comparatively. But then, like, it was the live streams that really took him over the edge. You guys are right. Like I said, man, he really had the potential. And the thing about it, the thing that like is you know is the worst part about it. If he heard what I'm saying right now, he would basically say I'm wrong. Like, you know, in way more words than that. He would say that I'm an idiot and I don't know what I'm talking about. Instead of just being like, yeah, you know what, he's right. Like, it's fucking true. If the private server scene had like a Blizzard sympathizer who actually cared about the game being made and was like, you know, publicly warm and was very attentive and did YouTube right, Blizzard would have to do it. They would fucking have to do it, or they would have to close the guy's channel. Because you can't have that type of positive publicity and not respond to it. You know what I'm saying? But when it's... What the fuck? Are you guys serious? When it's negative publicity, it's easy to discount, right? Very fucking easy to discount. Because all you gotta say is these people are nostalgic, or these people are they don't play the game for the right reasons, or they're idiots, you know. It's really easy to discount. But if somebody spent all their time making videos on why they would like to play, and, you know, like, you know, you could even make suggestions on why it would be a good idea from Blizzard's end. Like, you could really do it right. There's a good way to do this. You know what I'm saying? And he had it. He had the viewership to do that. And you know, it's a lot of work, obviously. So I wouldn't expect anyone to do it. But I don't know. Yeah, no, exactly. You're right, Live. Shen's right about that. He's like negative on both ends. Like, he hates Blizzard and he hates private staff to private servers. It's like, what the fuck? I don't get it. Like, and now he's playing on the gummy beta, and it's like, oh, that's great. How long is that gonna last? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's gonna happen that he's gonna find issue with now? Like, it's just, there's no private server that's immaculate. It's just not how it works. So eventually you're gonna find something that you don't like about it. It has nothing to do with the game, unfortunately. I know the type of people who live at home and are really ungrateful. Huh. I never even thought about it like that, but you might be right. Ungrateful might be a good way to describe them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, private. I mean, it sounds awesome, but that's that is actual lawsuit territory. I don't know what they're thinking. Wait, did that grub bolster him further?
Yes. Wait, no. Ah!
Fucking stupid idiot. Why would you do that? Haven't you ever watched a horror film? And haven't you watched Dragon Ball? Emperor Pilaf summons Piccolo, and then Piccolo fucking kills him. Basically. It's like, come on, man. That's the most obvious shit in the game. You don't summon some big monster and then expect it to do your bidding. Well, they changed that, actually, Banana. I don't know if you followed. That's what caught me looking at it in the first place. Because people were like, oh, did you hear about Felmist, bro? I was like, Felmist? The boss? Like, I had no idea. And, they're like, nah, bro. The best private server ever. I was like, oh, okay. Say so. And then I looked into it. I was like, wait, this is a fucking gummy server. I thought that was another, you know what I mean? It's so ridiculous. I haven't been catching them yet. Don't bother. Don't waste your time. But yeah, they changed the name, and they changed it to like the fucking reason they changed it. They're like, oh, you know, we thought it might confuse people because the name of the expansion is the same name as the server. It's like, oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, it might confuse people, or it might fucking get Blizzard on your ass. You know what I mean? It's like such a bullshit excuse. Like, oh yeah, we wanted to change the name of the server because we didn't want people to get confused when they were talking about the expansion and talking about the server at the same time. Like, they're talking about, like, in public, what the fuck? In public chat channels. Like, people would be talking about the Burning Crusade in chat, but also be, you know, might be talking about the server at the same time. It's like, dude, you can't fucking name your product the same thing that Blizzard owns the copyright to. Like, what the fuck? I haven't played since 2010, and a Wrath. The game is way better than it was back then. I agree, yeah. Especially Wrath. Wrath was so shitty. I don't know what people want. The game is great. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. There's some things that are cool about the game back then, for sure. But, yeah, it's just a very incomplete product, one way or the other.
You were prophesized to seize my hammer. Pathetic. Let them come.
Drop the stacks. Rip.
Those who stand against one worthy of wielding the power of a Titan.
Oh, it's really funny too because the server, I don't know where it's hosted, but I don't think it's where you would expect it to be hosted in the United States. And like a bunch of European people are all fucking pissed. It's really funny. Like, oh my god, I get such shit ping on this server. This server sucks. It's like, right, because it's the only fucking private server to ever not be hosted in Europe. I wonder why, you know what I mean? It's pretty funny. It's just that the community is just so volatile. It's really silly.
Rip them apart.
What eye level are at? That eye level I at. Oh, are we gonna be good at mobs? Yeah, I don't miss that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't know. It's fun, but it's too many idiots. You cranked. Remember that soldier boy shit? Yeah, we're not fucking 3 chests in this either way. Close. I don't know what we did wrong. I don't know though. Minute 50. Minute 20.
Yes, try to take the hammer from me.
Nah, I don't think you can beat this boss that quickly on Tyrannical.
Will gnaw on your bones.
Keep him stunning the fire there. Sleep now in the fire, as they say.
Destruction. The mountain will gnaw on your bones.
Fuck, I'm, what the hell's going on there? What is happening? Can't get out of the fucking fire. Jesus Christ.
The mountain will gnaw on your bones. Destruction.
Surprised that doesn't make him evade. I think it might. If I stayed up there, it might make him evade.
4, 3.
Well, 10 seconds,
2,
so not happening.
1.
Beware.
Oh, okay. Everybody's just gonna stand in it, I guess.
The mountain will gnaw on your bones. Destruction.
Anybody been watching Wimbledon?
I am the shaper and forger
In
of
fire
this
stuff.
world.
I've been enjoying watching Wimbledon while at work.
The mountain will gnaw on your bones. Destruction.
Anyone in chat know if tomato is a fruit or a vegetable? I think it's a fruit, yeah.
This is possible.
So what did we miss it by like 4 seconds?
Pretty close.
Ah,
The hammer never
9:15.
chose Dark Rule.
It might be an upgrade.
It seeks a wielder who possesses true
Oh yeah.
strength. It's done, heroes. With Dark Rule dead, the hammer
I don't know if the socket's worth it.
are broken. Now begins the long task of
Better than that though,
reuniting our
probably.
tribes. But balance has returned to High Mountain.
Oh, I lose item.
Power of the Mad King Darkroll is broken, and High Mountain has you to thank, heroes. Now there are other family matters that require my attention. Farewell. I hope when next we meet it is under more peaceful circumstances.
It's a berry? Socket height. Yeah, I mean, I assume that's better. I mean, it has haste and a socket, so that's good. It's a druid? No, we don't have a druid. 2 death knights, holy priest. We know what kind of mage. Fire or no, frost mage and elemental shaman. It's a difference. Oh yeah, there's no strength at all on it. Yeah, I forgot about that. It's a difference in stam. Wow, it's a pretty sizable difference. 100 stam. That's interesting. I didn't realize that 5 item was 100 stam. Think I'll go to bed. All right, see you, buddy. I'll be around tomorrow as well if you guys are there. I'm probably gonna do one more and then I'm gonna get out of here, guys. So let's get it done. So I got a Lego, literally the worst possible one. Which one? Like the weird L-shaped piece. I used to hate those. Like, did they reset it? Hopefully. Give everybody a minute to comment on whether or not it's reset. I used to hate those. There was like those it was like a weird L-shaped piece, and I never understood the use for it.
Report flocks of giant diseased bats overtaking them in the skies around the fiery mountain. See if you can find out where they're coming from.
Priest. Which one's worse for priest? Pridus? Damn Ragnaros, stop. What does it do? Never heard of that one. Is that this or Shadow or I don't know. Yo, did you guys see those new priest animations though? God fucking damn it. If I played a priest, oh, that's another reason not to go back to classic, goddamn. If I played a priest, holy shit, would I be excited. I'm pretty excited to play. I think I'm gonna try to get some discipline in this week because that either way I have not played my discipline priest at all. I don't think I've done a single dungeon since 7.2.5 came out. Remember wands? Wands. Low. Metro playing with 4 Ragnaros players. I never understood that. I guess because they're all Spanish speaking or something. I never understood why everybody says shit about Brazil or whatever, like Brazilian servers. The problem is that they don't speak English, but that's not a problem right now. So, but there's people out there who they get banned constantly as well. It's like a bannable thing apparently, or like chat ban or whatever you consider it, but. They say like no Azralon, no Ragnaros, shit like that in their group messages, and then they get banned. It's really funny. It's holy and its effect if serendipity is triggered and holy war is not in cooldown. Ah, that one, yeah, okay. I suppose that one's not very good, but surely like Pride is would be worse, right? I always thought Pride as a healer was terrible. You can heal yourself up, so it's like I don't need an absorb. The one fucking type of, you know, player that doesn't need an absorb. Really? That's weird. Oh, right, because I guess because they readjusted the stats or whatever. I guess maybe also because Pride is, like, the healing does contribute to your healing, but I don't know. I would never wear Pride as a healer under, like, no circumstances unless for some reason it was the only legendary I had. Oh, they're never on CD. Yeah, that's the problem, huh? That's interesting. For Holy Pride is T2. That's weird. I don't know why. Is there any, do you have any reason why? Because the stats, maybe? I mean, I don't see why the actual effect would be good for a healer.
These Drogbar have been tapping into abilities they should not.
Don't die, don't die, don't die. That's where I lost my food too. I was wondering where I lost my food.
Still lingering within these rocks.
Confirmation bias. Yeah, maybe. Oh, this is what the guide says.
Cannot control the hammer, Ularog. He will destroy High Mountain, not conquer it. Either way.
Yeah, I guess like the thing that they're talking about is like the value of HPS, but it's like the necklace does not help you. Like I don't. The way I look at it is it's not an HPS increase. It's just a fucking pad. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I can understand using it like, you know, there's some situations where you do actually like, you know, having the universally higher health pool from the absorb is actually quite useful in some fights, but most points all you're getting out of it is just padding. It's like absorbs that you don't need, you know what I mean? I don't know. I guess yeah, maybe I can understand that for Holy. But from what I, you know, just a brief overview of what I read there, that's not what they're talking about. They're talking about actually getting healing out of it because the absorb counts as your healing. Which, you know, obviously it should, but it's like, it's not the same, it's not the same thing as healing, actually healing somebody, you know? It's a bit different. Yeah, I know Holy lacks that for sure. That's one thing I recognize. I can understand that. They don't really need it though, that's the thing. Like, and I suppose there's a case here and there, but oh dude, that cape is so good. Vic got that shit finally a couple months ago. It changes the whole game because now you have a battle res, basically. Like you have wipe protection as well. That's really valuable. A lot of people don't realize how valuable that actually is. Having like consistent wipe protection, you know, is really useful.
Slaves to dig at the bones of my father? He does not know the powers. Where are you hiding your food, maggot?
Please, you've already taken all the food we have.
Search everywhere. These peasants have been hiding rations from the army. If you're not fighting, you're not eating.
Yeah, no, I know what it is for sure. Yeah, and the trinket is really good for Holy as well. Yeah, those are slam dunk legendaries, those two for sure. I would wear that cloak all day. That shit's so strong. You don't realize like what kind of utility that brings. It's really funny. Just always being able to be alive after a fight is really, like, it's like next level utility. It's really nuts. And it saves a battle res. Like there's so many times where healer dies, it's usually really bad, you know? But not in that situation. It's actually a HPS increase for him to die. Yeah, I have it on my poly too. I didn't really like it. I would much rather there's some really good legendaries for Holy. But I'm done caring about Holy gear. I think I'm going to start worrying about Prop Pally as well. Because I really do, we were joking about it, but I think Prop Pally is going to get the DK treatment in 7.3. I would not be surprised by that at all. They just got massive buffs. Because the thing about Prop Pally is it's not actually changed. Like, it's been the same fucking way the whole expansion. They have changed almost nothing. There was like a minor nerf at one point. I think it was to Seraphim. And that was because of the way secondaries worked. But otherwise, it's the exact same class that it was when 7.0 came. I know, that's not true. They changed a few talents. But regardless, it's basically not been changed. And even in the recent patch, it's not been changed, right? But all of a sudden, it went from like middle to low top tier to now being the worst tank in the game. It's like, how is that possible? And it's because the other tanks got so much better in 7.2 and 5, you know? So, yeah, I don't know. It's a shame, really. One of my holy talents makes it so Angel form lasts like 8 seconds longer. Nice. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like actually an HPS increase to die. It's so silly. But yeah, the amount of times, like the amount of time we save per night just because we could have Vic Res is really, like, it's nothing to sneeze at. It really is not. No, it does not. Does not count towards battle res, just like Ankh. Yeah, no, it does not take a charge. That's why it's so good. Just free Ankh. I love how much damage I'm just like passively doing. I didn't even fucking pot there. Fucking DK is just so strong, it's crazy. Just like casually out DPSing the damage dealers without pop. I got 3 Legos on the first day of being 110 on my prop. What the fuck? First day? Are you serious? Well, go do the Nether disruptor either way. You're guaranteed. The way the bad luck protection shakes out, if you do Nether disruptor every single week, you get a legendary every single week. So if you do 4 days of Nether disruptor, how many turn-ins is that? Like if you get 50 turn-ins a week, you get a legendary. So you should be able to get like an easy 40 turn-ins just from the Nether disruptor, and then like 10 more per week from outside. Basically you get like 7 per day from the regular emissaries, and then at least, you know, usually at least 1 a day. So yeah, just join a group, yeah, or start your own. It's like nothing complicated about it. You just go around. The only thing is they'll despawn, or they take like 10, maybe like 15 minutes to respawn. So every once in a while you have to wait like 5 minutes or so. People like, I never understood this. This is another thing that confuses me about the WoW community. Instead of just doing it slower so there's no downtime, which is like how you would handle this situation in like a real world activity, right? Like if you were in a situation where you can do 10 activities in 10 minutes and then have 10 minutes downtime before you could do the next 10 activities, you would just do those 10 activities in 20 minutes. You would intentionally slow down the pacing so there's no downtime, because that causes like cognitive, you know, I don't know what you call it, but like it causes people to get atrophy, like mental atrophy, you know, when there's all that downtime constantly. So instead of doing that, people just burst them down. They pop all their fucking CDs on them do like 2 million DPS to them, and then they sit around and wait. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. But anyway, you get 9 per session. There's 9 up at a time, and they take, I think, like 15 minutes to respawn. So, and people like have these strict rules about. Oh, I lost it already. Fuck. I think it might be this one. Oh boy, that's not good. Nobody knows. Well, guess better start picking one. But anyway, it's like, yeah, it was that one. Nice. So it's like you always do the ones on the outside first, because the ones on the inside are kind of like, you'll see like 2 next to each other, but the ones on the outside are usually not like that. Like it's kind of like a set pattern that you would go around. So it's like easier to follow without any instruction. But once you go in the middle, there's like people just all start splitting up, and they die so fucking fast with 40 people that, you know, you'd be wasting time basically. So if anybody, if you want to just troll, like I was thinking about just doing this, just join Nether disruptor portal groups and go and fucking pop the ones in the middle while people are doing the ones on the outside. People fucking flip out. It's so funny to see. I have never seen people flip out like that. It's unbelievable. People are like, you fucking idiot! You fucking idiot! Outside first, retard! It's like so fucking funny. What's the Nether disruptor? Oh, it's one of the buildings on the Broken Shore, yeah. Yeah, I had no idea about this. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't. Even people who are farming them, they don't seem to understand why they're farming them. I see people all the time talking about, like, people are like, oh, why would you even do this if you're not an enchanter? It's like, what? You fucking serious, dude? Fucking chaos crystals, like, ah, who gives a shit? Yeah, exactly. It's such a waste of time. That's like why people in the groups always do them, though. They do them to disenchant the dauntless pieces. The amount of times I see people disenchanting, like, during the breaks, they'll be like, I mean, I'm sure they're also doing it for the legendaries, too, but it's like people will be just disenchanting so much that the chat just fills up. You can't even fucking see what else was said. Yeah, exactly, yeah. People have started taking it, like, way more serious over the past few months. Because more people are doing it, and it's like, if people do it wrong, everybody gets all pissed off. It's really funny. You should honestly do that. Just go, well, how is that guy dead? Just go into the group and just start popping the ones in the middle and see what people say. It's so funny. Oh, and another thing that's really funny is people who don't have flying, go do it. It's like, hey, I need a ride. It's like, yeah, you need a bullet, dude. You're not getting a fucking ride. I mean, if you don't have flying at this point, you're just not trying. Or you've like just returned to the game, and in this case, this is the least of your concern. Don't know why that wasn't. I wasn't turning to face it.
Yes. Wait, no. Ah!
What the fuck's going on? He was like stuck, about to do the burrow. Oh god, somebody pulled the boss? What? How the fuck did that happen? What the hell's going on? Oh god, the mob's in there. Jesus Christ. you need these things. There are 250 nether shards each, but like I said, most people, like, you just join a group of 40 and it's like it doesn't even matter. Wait, is this boss really not gonna reset? Is that fucking serious? Are we like straight fucked here? Wow, I cannot believe this. He's like legit not gonna reset. There we go. Now we're just gonna die. I need to fight something. I'm gonna die. Okay, you guys got a release. What the hell's going on here? I guess they're in Discord or something together. Oh, he's here now. UFF. Fucking Brazilians. Ragnaris. That's so much for 2 chests. Other guy's up there. What the fuck? I don't know how we even. I've never even seen that happen before. I've never seen anybody aggro that boss like that. That was bizarre. Well, I got all my CDs up. Grievous, such a pain.
Little girl, run away.
Uh-oh. It doesn't help at all. I don't know why that guy keeps doing that. Wonder if it can solo. Oh yeah, anybody can solo them. You don't want to solo them. That's the thing. Like, you want to do it in a group because it means you're not wasting that. Like, the only detriment is that you have to spend nether shards to get them. That's the only detriment. But if you do it in a group of 40, then nobody really has to spend. It's like, some people obviously have to, but it's like so few that it's honestly not even like important.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
Ever try to get a sub button on Twitch? No, I really don't like Twitch as a platform, to be honest. Like, the only reason I'm even streaming on Twitch is because there's like no reason not to. But in order to stream on Twitch, it would mean I would have to not stream on YouTube. Like, in order to get subbed, like a sub button on Twitch, you have to agree to the partnership contract, and part of the partnership contract is exclusivity. So yeah, fuck that. I would much rather stream on YouTube. YouTube is way better to me, has been way better to me. And I mean, just the fact that you guys know who I am is reason enough for me to never use Twitch as a streaming platform. I really don't like the kind of people that come around on Twitch either. I feel like so many people are only on, like, they're only using Twitch for the wrong reasons, basically.
It appears the treasure you
I like Twitch. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the platform itself, like, there's nothing wrong with the interface or nothing like that, but just the people, and I don't know. They just don't care about their partners. That's or their non-partners. That's the thing. Until recently, they like had absolutely no fucking interest in helping anyone who wasn't partner level, which is a real shame. It really is a sad thing. took an Amazon acquisition to basically to get their head out of their ass. Like before the changes, partnership required like fucking like I think it was like 500 concurrent viewers or some shit like that. It's like, dude, who the fuck is ever gonna get 500 concurrent viewers? Like, it's just ridiculous. It's so fucking absurd. There's no reason for it. And they like hide so much behind the partnership thing. It was just ridiculous. I don't know. I hated it. Meanwhile, on YouTube, it's like
I am sorry,
just
heroes. I must leave
the way the algorithm works. Like, if I stream longer, I will get views. Like, no matter what. I could literally stream on a channel with 1 viewer, like 1 subscriber, not even 0 subscribers. And if I stream for 12 hours, I will have a lot of people watching me. Just because of the way the YouTube algorithm works. It prioritizes the length of the stream. And it obviously segregates and aggregates by SEO. So it's like, if I'm playing WoW, I'm going to appear next to other WoW people. And if people watch WoW regularly, they're going to get recommended my stream. Whereas on Twitch, literally none of that. None of that happens. It's just the only thing that's based on is what game you're playing. And then it's just like a category within. And within that category, the only thing that matters is how many views you have. Literally, that's it. You're aggregated based on how many views you have. So if you're not a partner and you're not, you know, somebody who's able to put all this time into it, you're never going to get anything out of it. But you could stream for 24 hours straight on Twitch and you still might have 1 viewer because they don't do anything to help with that. Whereas if I stream for 24 hours on YouTube, I'd probably have 300 people watching me. If it was actually something worth watching, that is. I just hate the blatant toxic. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I completely agree with that. Yeah.
Before I let you take my hammer, the mountain will gnaw on your bones.
Oh wait, that's interesting. I didn't realize that. I never actually realized that he does damage when he moves.
Destruction.
Oh, wait, what? The fuck just happened?
The mountain will gnaw on your bones.
Did I not have AM up for that? Is that what happened?
Destruction.
Like if one, yeah, that's like that's a whole different problem.
The mountain will gnaw on your bones. Destruction.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
Wonder if we're gonna make a highlight out of this one. I already got the feeling that we might. Ah! I'm gonna die. Whew! It's close. Go away. Yeah, we know. I'm definitely dead here. Wow, that's so ridiculous. What is happening here? Why do I keep getting turned around on this boss?
The mountain will gnaw on your bones.
Yeah, I'm dead here. It's over. Healer's dead. I didn't even realize.
1.
Beware.
I don't even know what happened there. I got in this nether portal and someone goes, "Can someone give me a lift?" Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Oh, there's Nether disruptor. Oh yeah, dude. It's the best way to get gear in the game. Best way to get legendaries. Best way to get gold. Best way to get AP. Everything. Everything that you would want on a character that's a little bit behind, it can be got from that very quickly. Well, I don't know if we're going to advance the key. Oh, my pleasure, dude. You don't have to thank me for that. Yeah, it's there's no effort at all. But the thing is, it's really monotonous. It's like, oh yeah. And the thing that I hate about it is that you constantly have to be paying attention, because if you don't pay attention, people, they just pop everything. I don't understand. I really don't get it. People fucking pop everything on these things. They blow them up. I swear people are fucking pre-potting as well. I see people doing like 2 million DPS. Whenever I start my own group, if anyone does that shit, I just kick them. It's like you're just making this harder. You understand that? Like, the only thing that sucks about this is that they die too fast sometimes. So to make them die even faster when we have 40 people, it's just rude. It's just stupid. There's no reason for it.
I will break this world asunder before I let you take my hammer. The mountain will gnaw on your bones.
I have to stop getting knocked back the wrong way. That's what pretty much wipes us there.
The mountain will gnaw on your bones.
Getting knocked back in the lava. Why does this keep happening?
The mountain will gnaw on your bones. Destruction.
4, 3, 2, 1.
The might of Kaskarov flows through me. The mountain will gnaw on your bones. Destruction. I am the shaper and forger of this world.
I think you're wrong about that, to be honest. That guy's fucking talking all kinds of shit. I think it's not gonna be him who's the shaper and forger of the world. I don't know.
Destruction. The mountain will gnaw on your bones. How is this possible?
Do we upgrade it?
I was
Yeah.
chosen. The hammer never chose you, Darkroll. It seeks a wielder who possesses true strength, and you found lacking.
Well, that's good. I'm glad people do that.
Done, heroes. With
Because that's just so
Darkroll's
silly.
death,
I just don't understand why anybody would do that. I really don't get it at all.
now begins
Why
the
anybody
long
would like
task
try to
of
do that.
reuniting
It's
our
just,
tribes.
it doesn't make sense.
But balance has returned to High Mountain.
But yeah, they're really valuable. So it's like hella worth it too. Yeah, like I said, you just get everything that you would ever want from it. It's so nice.
Other family matters that require my attention. Farewell.
Alright, that's that. Time for bed. I'm gonna buy this enchant, throw this ring on, see what's happening with this, get the gem. Do we even have a strength gem? I don't even know. I have no gems, I think. I think I have no gems. I don't. I have one gem. Yeah, I'm just gonna go haste though. I think haste is way better than strength. Strength is good, but I think haste goes farther. So if anyone has any last minute questions or anything like that, let me know.
I ain't got it, you don't want it.
No, that's probably not true, but maybe. Let's see. Haste. And then enchant. That's going to be a lot of haste gained. Enchant ring. I'm going to gain a lot of haste when I put this on.
Okay, that's it. I got mouth to feed pals.
Shut the fuck up. Stupid Brooklyn goblin. I remember when I got what you need. Fucking weirdos. Now they're like from Brooklyn or some shit. Chuckalo changed his name, damn. Look at this. Warning, the guild uprising is led, capital, by a scammer, all caps. Well, the whole sentence is cap, I realize. Please beware, when you see them recruiting, he will go after your gold. Please be very cautious. His name is Mazane and Roland. The fuck are you talking about? First of all, commas go inside quotations. How could, what the fuck are you talking about? I'd like to know if you're farming the Centenax or the Nether portals. No, I'm not going to be doing it anymore. But yeah, I was definitely doing it all the time. Alright, so let's see how much haste we gain. So we have 20% haste now, and when we equip this item, we now have 26! What? That's insane, I just gained 6% haste. Okay, that's an upgrade. Wow, that is a lot. The problem is, it actually it makes it worse now. Let's see what happens when I do this. Well, first of all, we're not using that with Cephas, that's for sure. Okay, how much do I have less haste with Cephas on. Holy fucking, that's scary. That's not good. That ring is really good. I didn't realize how much haste it was on that ring. That's probably the most haste I have on any piece. Yeah, even better than that neck. That's so crazy. Oh, that's good. That's a very good thing. Let's see. Got my blood DK and unholy DK up to 919. I have no idea, did you? Thank you for the mount guides. Oh, sure, that's Sai who's done that. I'm Metro. But yeah, you're welcome. I mean, how do you get the legendaries? Just by turning in stuff from the Nether disruptor, yeah. Turning in, you get, like I said, 10 to 20 Legion Fall War Supplies per boss, and you can kill 50 bosses a day. So on average, you're going to get at least, I don't know. On a good week, you can probably get 30 plus turn-ins from the Nether disruptor. And they figured it out. If you do 50 turn-ins a week, you will get a legendary 100% of the time. So. Basically, when I switched to DK, I started doing it every week as much as possible, and I wasn't even doing it like, I wasn't doing it super try hard either. I was just doing it whenever I was available, and I got a legendary in between every Nether disruptor. So I got the Nether disruptor would be up, it would be down, and then I would get one before the next time it was up again. And this would be the first weekend that I don't do it, but yeah, that's that. I can't believe how much haste I just gained. That's so insane. Wow, that was a huge fucking upgrade. I wish I had versatility on it. It would be so nice. So what pieces don't I have haste on? See, Verse is really good too. I have 18% versatility. That's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. I still have more mastery than every stat though. It's the worst stat. It's so shitty. Although it's probably good for what I've been doing. Extra, but it's not though, because people were saying the versatility, like if I had 27% versatility and 18% mastery, it would be like twice as effective. Because the heal is modified by versatility. Like the more I heal, the bigger the blood shield is. So like 1% versatility gives more than 1% mastery. And it gives way more, like in terms of the absorb alone. Just the absorb alone, 1% versatility gives more. So what I need, yeah, I mean, I still got a lot of pieces without haste on them, but so how much haste is that now? 9,000. So before, that's crazy. So before the patch, before like the raid opened properly, I was looking at people, you know, this is back in Nighthold. I was looking at people with like 12 to 14k haste. So that would mean that they have like 35% haste on their character sheet. That's pretty fucking nuts. That's pretty fucking nuts. Well, the cloak, I'm probably gonna lose, actually. Let's see how much it has. $504, yeah, I'm gonna lose haste on that. Oh wait, no, that's normal. What the fuck? Rogue. 534, hardly any different. That's good. So yeah, losing that, but I definitely need to get foresight. And then the other piece is helm, right? Helm has haste on it, so I'll gain haste there. I really like crit too. Like I don't feel like there's anything wrong with crit. The helm I have on right now is a BOE though. I should have just not. Obviously, I'm gonna get the helm eventually. And then what else? That's not getting upgraded anytime soon. Chest. I think this is the best chest. Can't remember. Let's take a look. Chest. How do you look at all bosses? Oh, like that. I don't know. What is that? Harjatan. That's probably... I don't know why they would be different. Yeah, well... It's a lot more versatility than it is haste. I think this might be better. But either way, they're both good. Like, I'll take whatever higher item level one I can get. Current one I have is socketed, so that one's not going to get replaced until I get like a 925 one maybe. And then what else? Relics, that's the confusing part. I have that belt, that's not going anywhere. Legs are, I think those are the best boots. Let's take a look. Feet. It's only the 2 pair and the only one, yeah. The other one has the worst stats, so. Yeah, Mistress Sazine, obviously I got those this week. That's that. Let's check rings. I don't know. So like the rings are good. This ring is honestly really nice. I feel like that's a big part of my damage. Let's take a look at auto attacks there. I don't know. It doesn't. It's 6.59 million. So I would have did like under 6 million without that ring on, I guess. It's really not that much, but it is free damage and it's nothing to sneeze at. I don't know if it affects the other things. I assume not. I assume auto attack just means when you swing the weapon. But that's pretty much it. Waiting for a good trinket. I think I would take, let's see the trinkets. Well, let's take our rings first. Rings. First mastery, no. Haste mastery, it's not a lot of haste. Haste crit, now that's a lot of haste. That would be a pretty good upgrade. And then crit versatility. I'm probably gonna end up wearing these rings for a while. I hope maybe I can get like a 930 one of these rings or something. That would be good. Okay, what else? Trinkets. So that apparently that's better than it seems. But I have this trinket in case I ever run into severe Like, I'm gonna have to wear that for Heroic Archimon, I'm sure. I know, this is the one. This is the one we want for sure. Haste on it as well. Barely got more haste than the verse on the Horn of Valor, though. Unleash Devouring Darkness upon an enemy, reducing their movement speed by 70% and inflicting 1.5 million shadow damage. You heal for 300%. That's just a win-win right there. That's a really strong trinket. It's a decent amount of damage, 1.5 million, nothing to sneeze at. I mean, it's almost as much as fucking Mark of the Hidden Satyr did on that last boss. And it would have been up. What's the CD of it? Oh, 1 minute 30. I would have been able to use it twice there, I think. I think it was a 2 minute fight, right? How could you check? Yeah, 2 minutes. So I would have been able to, yeah, it would have done a good amount. I don't like that trinket, but I think it would be good to have. Stam, I mean, Stam is really, there's nothing wrong with Stam for blood. I mean, I already have 7.3 million health. Even though I lost some, how much health did I actually lose? Wait, oh. Oh wow, almost none, yeah, holy fuck. 25k only? 15k only. Yeah, that's nothing. And then that's like the weird trinket. That's the one from Kill Jaden that like people said with that and what's it called? Heart of Ice, you'd be able to keep Icebound Fortitude up like 80% of the fight or some shit like that if you did it right. Won't be doing that, that's for sure. Yeah, definitely want this trinket. Then I'm gonna hang on. I'll probably hang on to I don't know, I'm gonna need a stat stick. This is not a bad stat stick. I mean, it's 930, but it's way under budgeted. I need to, you know what, let's go out to the island right now. I can buy a trinket. I need to get a good haste stat stick that's not fucking 880. And then we're gonna go to bed. And we'll be back tomorrow with some more streaming. Rot. Is that fucking Kendrick's? Yes. How does it get these names? I just don't get it. Banana has joined Nether portals. I'm gonna fucking join that group and come do the ones in the middle. Just open. I'm just gonna fly. Just gonna fly to them, open them, and then not even kill the boss. I'm just gonna fly to the next one and just spam open them all and then just leave the bosses there. Be pretty funny. Alright, here we go. Come on. Big roll here. Let's go. Big fucking roll here. Let's go. Just gigantic roll here. Come on. We need a big fucking roll here. You guys are watching it live on fucking stream. Watch this shit. Slicing Maelstrom surrounds you. Where the fuck is that from? What's the name of it? Windscar Whetstone. What the fuck? Where is this even from? Oh, from the last boss at Court of Stars. That's interesting. Inuyasha reference, apparently. How is it an Inuyasha reference? Anyway.
Welcome. Welcome.
And I always have those just in case. Alright, well that's it. 31 viewers, 32 viewers now. It's funny how YouTube manages to help you out the longer you stream. Tomorrow I'm gonna have to stream long. I'm gonna have to like, yeah, I'm gonna have to cheese it. So I'm like here the whole day no matter what. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. If you watch this live especially. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. There's two things that might happen tomorrow. I know there's some people in the guild who still need 15s and shit, so I would like to get them done. But I don't really know on what character, so it might not be a very focused stream. But if those people are not around, then I would like to do some healing tomorrow. I'd very much like to get my my priest at least a 10 done or something. I don't know. I haven't done anything on my priest at all this whole expansion, pretty much, or this whole patch. So I wouldn't mind checking out the changes to discipline. And then I did a 15 on my paladin already, but I don't know. We'll see. Take care, sir. Thank you. See you live, Shannon. See everybody else. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be live in probably about 13 or 14 hours from now. So see you guys there.